Chat, episode 162 with JT and what's your name again? No, Julie. I love you, man.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Hold on.
Oh no! What do we do?
There we go. I thought you froze for a sec.
Look, I got some bones to pick. You ain't heard no one as cold as this. Give me the stick, let me hold this shit. You make a move, I'ma blow this bitch. You about to get what you supposed to get. I don't know this trick. Why she keep blowing my phone and shit? But someone please tell me whose hold this is. Nigga, you know who the coldest is? Whose code is this? My Lambo got too many options. I don't even know what motors in. Nigga, you know who flow this is? I just stole this shit. Niggas act like I ain't supposed to be rich. Like I ain't grow up with the roaches live. Like I ain't come up like, how do you spell crazy? G-E-N-I-U-S. How do you spell pay me? IRS, what you know about mental health when you live in hell and you out of meds? What the fuck is a meltdown? My meltdowns on a private jet. Labels ain't wanna sign a check. Then I got on my yay shit, turned every no to a solid yes. I don't care about who's popping now, let the whole world know I am next. I ain't quitting till I touch the sky or a nigga living on the ISS. Hold up. Ye's not crazy. Even if they try cancel me, that ain't gon' faze me. Yeah, I sin. God forgave me. How the fuck I'm gon' change the world if they gon' change me? Ye's not crazy.
Maybe I am. Oh, what do you think?
I didn't listen to it before it got going, but I mean, I knew what it was going to be about, so.
Yeah. No, that's a new one brought to everybody by Joyner. He dropped a new record this week. What do you want to call it? Album, record, fucking whatever they call it nowadays.
A single?
No, they don't even call it that anymore. It's
It's called a record.
Yeah, right. Because it comes out everything at once, and he did everything with the video, all that stuff. It's called "Yeah, Not Crazy." So
Yeah.
I think they're talking about Kanye and stuff like that. Just a little bit about mental health. It's a good one, man. Everybody should take a listen to it. I think.
Good stuff.
Great artist. So, how you been, Julie?
JT loves Joyner.
I think I fucked myself up too. I think it's 163 today again. I'm always a week behind, an episode behind.
No, I fixed it. I fixed it earlier. It said 161 when I got here. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
the
yeah,
top,
yeah.
It did. It said
Oh,
162
okay.
at the top. I changed the banner, but yeah.
Yeah. No, okay, good. No, then I didn't.
It might be 163. I don't know.
No, it's 162. I'm pretty sure we're still under the amount of subscribers we have, so we're doing good.
Yeah, we're playing catch up, right? Yeah.
We're playing catch up now with the subscribers, guys, and how much I liked that you guys have been subscribing and still subscribing. Keep it up, man. Keep up the good work, and I want to get through these little promos first before we get going, because I get them out of my way, because
by all means,
one, because I haven't done promos in 2 weeks, and now I have some. So
yep.
So guys, okay, if you haven't subscribed yet to Late Night Chat Network, do so. If not, guys, there's you got Late Night Chat Collectors Community, which is under the umbrella, right? I like saying it that way. I don't like saying the sister channel because it sounds girly. So it's under the umbrella.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe to that and check out all the comic talk and all the Pokemon stuff, and anything to do with collectors, cards, anything. Late Night Collectors Community, guys, make sure to do that. But all right, so for this week, for Late Night Chat Network, we got this episode will be aired again tomorrow. It'll be uploaded and ready on there for you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I don't say anything that I'll have to censor out on this one either, but I won't, because I think I'll have somebody to keep me in check today. And her name
today, yeah.
I think that was the whole pitch. That was the whole concept behind the picture of the smack. I think it was Julie smacking me in that one. That's what I got out of it.
Fucker in line.
Yeah, that's what I got out of it.
Don't make me bust out the pimp hand.
That's it. I get pimp smacked, right? And then Wednesday we got a new episode of Late Night at the Movies, and that's Nico and I are going to be discussing it, Mice and Men, and that's the one with John Malkovich and Lieutenant Dan. I can never remember his name.
Fucking sad boys,
right? Oh, there's actually two good movies of that. There's an older one that's in black and white, but yeah, it's a lot harder to find out there. I mean, unless you have some sort of streaming service that it's on. So, or you have the fucking cassette tape, right?
Right.
So it's But a lot of people,
VHS.
a lot of people have probably read that anyways in school. They've read it in the books, right?
Yeah, it was a classic high school English book.
Yeah, so I mean, it's also a crazy show. It's a good movie to discuss. So it should be interesting. It should be fun for Nico and I. Friday we got a random battle, Nico and me. We're doing a random playlist battle, guys. This one should be interesting. Nico's gonna take 100 of his songs, and I'm gonna take 100 of my songs, like songs, any genre, any whatever, and we're just gonna hit random. We're gonna hit the shuffle button on our playlist, and we'll see what pops up. And we're not even gonna know what pops up, guys. So that should be interesting. So I can't wait to see who wins that one. It all depends, I guess, on the audience in that night and what's in our playlists. Because I think Nico's and mine kind of differ quite a bit when it comes to certain things. So,
I think so.
It's going to be an interesting one. I can't wait to see it. And that one, guys, I mean, you guys should all tune in for that. I think it'd be fun for all. Like I think we're gonna have everything from fucking Disney songs to maybe not Disney songs, but you know what I mean? Everything from fucking movie songs to fucking I don't know, country songs to everything, man.
Everything.
Hip hop, everything. And guess what? We won't even know what we have until we hit the button. So that'll be the fun part.
Yep.
Then Sunday, I got another episode with Rob. Live Sunday night with Rob. I think we might be changing it to Monday that night. I think we had discussed it previously, so it might be a Monday thing. So I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you posted.
All right.
And then for this week, you got for the late night collectors community. If you haven't subscribed, like I said, subscribe because they got a new episode on Friday on the 8th of April, and it's a new episode of Comic Shop Talk with Chris and Nico. So
Nice.
that one should be good. That one, they're always good. The discussions between them two, and like I said, guys, fuck the Leafs because I already see all these comments in the fucking chat already, and yeah. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Oh, no, but these guys are ready with their fucking Leaf talk in the chat. I don't even want to talk about those damn Leafs. I'm going to blow it in the first round.
Well, let's talk about this one.
Yeah, I did, Farhan. I watched a bit of it. I didn't watch the whole weekend like you talked about, but I got to watch a little bit yesterday with, what do you call it? with Lewis and Peter and Nico and Christine. It was actually a whole shitload of fun, man. I enjoyed it. There was parts that I enjoyed, like because they were entertaining in that sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, I only made it for the last couple of fights, the last couple of matches, so it wasn't anything crazy. But man, did I get to see some interesting stuff. It's like I was watching 1980s fucking wrestling, and they're all 70-year-olds, right?
Yeah,
No,
more or less.
I'm not even joking, Julie. Like Vince McMahon,
Johnny Knoxville is probably the fucking youngest guy there.
Oh well, no, well, maybe when it came to that status, he might have been one of the younger ones there. I don't know if him or Stone Cold or whatever, or what the age difference gap is between them two. But fucking, it was so hilarious because near the end, Vince McMahon, comes and decides he wants to fucking wrestle.
Oh my god!
The guy's 70. What did they say yesterday? They looked it up. Lewis said it was like 73 or something like that.
That's
don't get me wrong. At 50, he looked like a beast.
Yeah.
Like he was working out, he was doing whatever, and he looked like a fucking beast. But now, I mean, don't get me wrong, he does have some muscle still left on him, but then you got that old saggy man skin and where the muscle used to be, and it filled in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it got so funny to the point where Stone Cold that came out at the end and made it look like he was gonna, make amends with fucking Vince McMahon or something, and gave him a fucking stunner, gave him a beer. They drank a little bit sip of a beer together. And he gave him a stunner. But the best part about that was the old man slipped when he kind of got kicked in the stomach by that Stone Cold kick thing before he does the stunner, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he kind of tripped back and stumbled back, and you see Stone Cold try to reach for him, and he can't reach for him, and he's like, "Yeah, just get over here," and he does it, right? Like you could at that point you could tell how fake it was, right? And the reaction time and all that stuff, but. it was just so funny. It was good to see. It was something funny to see. It was entertaining, that part at least, for if not for the kids, if for whoever used to watch Stone Cold and all that crap, right? But
Yeah.
the last fight was kind of quick and short. They even called it. Peter and Nico and Lewis said
Yeah,
the
that's
fight
what
would have been short, but yeah,
Farhan said too.
the ending was stupid, man. It kind of just, it was quick and to the point, and you know, now they got some whole new belt system going. These guys that they were talking about it now. It was, I guess, fun if you really enjoy wrestling, like apparently these guys do.
Mm.
Like Nico, Lewis, Peter fucking loves wrestling. I'll be honest with you.
Mm.
I don't know anybody that likes wrestling more than him. I mean, when you have your action figures down in your man cave are Stone Cold, I'm pretty
Yes.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But it was great, man. It was a good fun time. I got to go out and visit them and see them. I didn't, even though it wasn't too long, I was there for 2 hours, maybe an hour or two. I at least got to get out there and go and do some shit, right? So,
Oh, good. See, it's a good thing we didn't have it yesterday anyway. You had plans.
Well, yeah, I forgot all about those, right? And then Nico had reminded me that it was that weekend, that it was on that day. I thought it already passed. I thought it was Saturday or something. And
It was both.
Oh, yeah.
It was both days.
Yeah, but usually wrestling is always on like a Sunday or something, or they usually had it on a Sunday at night, right?
I usually, yeah, but I guess it was both days.
Yeah, so it seemed to work out, and we had a good time. So
Good stuff.
It could have been, like I said, could have been more entertaining. Apparently, they told me I missed some slip-ups with the wardrobe malfunctions on the women.
Oh, too bad.
Right? Titties popping out, everything, literally, while they were sitting there watching it. That's the first thing they had to tell me, though.
Of course.
That's the first thing they told me when I walked in.
Yeah.
And you just missed all the titties.
Right?
Yeah, right? Christine's looking at me like, no, she didn't say anything. She's not the one that said, oh, yeah, you just missed all the titties. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But it's cool.
That's good.
Yeah, so we got to, I'm trying to keep myself busy this weekend. I've had 4 days off, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you were saying that.
I didn't want to just sleep in my fucking bed. I had to do laundry. I had shit to do, man. I fucking fell asleep with chocolate almonds again.
What?
I love those fucking chocolate almonds, man. Guys, then when you get too stoned, you come in.
That's funny.
Here's what happens. You get a little too high. You start watching TV. Your chocolate almonds are easy to eat. You think, right? They just go right in your mouth. They don't make no crumbs. They don't make, yeah. It does,
I think
bro.
Farhan's got you confused with somebody else.
I think so. No, but so the funny thing is that you think they're easy to eat. They're not like chips or something where you're gonna fucking make a mess, right?
Chips.
Yeah, you would think you don't leave crumbs, nothing. That's the best thing to munch on if you're gonna munch on something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the funny thing is they slip out of your hands, or you get too stoned and you forget that they're in your hands and shit like that.
And they melt.
You wake up in the morning and it's everywhere, man. It looks like you shit yourself. It looks like a big,
chocolate almonds everywhere.
Well, it takes a second too, Julie, in the morning before you can actually, realize that it's not shit and remember that it was the almonds.
This guy got so high he thought he shit himself. He was sleeping in a nest of chocolate-covered almonds. That's hilarious.
It happens, man. It happens to the best of us, okay? I don't know. I don't even know, bro.
He didn't watch the whole thing.
I watched like the maybe 2 or 3 matches, the last one and the one before that, right? And the one that Vince McMahon jumped in.
Yeah.
That's the only ones I watched. I think my favorite one was Stone Cold giving the stunner to fucking Vince McMahon. So,
yeah.
You know what, man? Wrestling hasn't been my thing since I've watched, since like I was explaining to those guys. I watched Dark Side of the Ring, which is an episode that me and Nico had discussed about certain things. They have certain wrestlers on there that stuff has happened to them, or they're gone or they're past, right? Mm-hmm. So the other day they had Macho Man Randy Savage on there. Mm-hmm. And it was on Dark Side of the Ring. I think it was Friday night or something like that it was on. So I was watching it, and now that's the wrestling I remember.
Right.
When it was just exactly like a soap opera.
Yeah, it's very theatrical, yeah.
Yeah, when you had Macho Man, when you had Hulk Hogan, when you had fucking Elizabeth, when you had like there was a whole, well, they had all the old ones and their 80s fucking 90s hair, that stylish what do you call that fucking hairspray doesn't move hair, you know?
Ric Flair and all those.
Yeah, even though the guys too, yeah, the women and fucking. So I remember those times with the fancy colors, like that's back in the day when those guys were like my dad's clients for the fucking rental place. But these guys used to wrestle one day here, next day here, next day there, next day there. They didn't get a break. Those guys weren't like these guys nowadays. They get a fucking week to rest and recover and this and that. No, your back hurt, you still wrestled the next night if you had to wrestle. Yeah. Unless you were in the hospital or you broke a bone. That's the only way you didn't wrestle back then, right? They say, you know, here's some Coke, here's some alcohol and some painkillers, have some fun.
I've never like I can remember my dad used to be really into it when it was on I don't know, when they had cable and stuff. He used to watch it. Not so much now, but I mean, I can remember my dad watching it. I always thought, like, I don't know, I don't want to shit on everybody's parade, but I don't like wrestling. I don't understand. Like, I'm with Rob here. I don't fucking understand it. Like, we all collectively know that it's not real. Like, that the outcome is predetermined. I don't understand why everybody's so fascinated with it. And I don't care. Like, you know, more power to you. If you enjoy it, good for you. It's just not my thing. But I can remember, like, watching stuff
crazy,
that my dad had control of the remote when I was a kid. So I can remember seeing stuff. And we used to play all of the WWE WrestleMania games and shit my brothers and I used to play. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I haven't watched it since, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Before I was a teenager, for sure. Like, I haven't seen anything since then because I just, like, whatever. But I did see clips just, like, on TikTok and stuff today of, like, Johnny Knoxville's bit. But
yeah, I didn't even get to see that one. I don't know how that one was either.
Yeah.
You know,
I won't spoil it for you.
Oh, you can go right ahead.
Because there's some special guests in that match.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I heard. Yeah, Nico was telling me the little guy, what's his name, came running out from under fucking
Wee Man.
Wee Man came running out from underneath the fucking thing. I can only imagine. Does he go bite somebody's balls or something, or what?
You know, he gets close. He gets involved. But yeah, no, I didn't see any of it, and I don't really follow any of that stuff too. The only things that I've seen is just Johnny Knoxville promoting shit on his Instagram and stuff. I didn't watch it, and I don't really follow it.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm with you guys all on that. I don't know. Farhan liked it too much. I know, bro. You liked it a lot last time you were on the show.
And, you know, like, whatever. Like, good for you guys. I don't, you know, it doesn't make a difference to me. But it's just not for me.
Yeah, no. So, but yeah, like I said, it was a fun trip out there. It was good.
Good.
It was funny because I was leaving my cousins yesterday. I got into the car and I started leaving. And I'm like, I knew I had a joint in my like a half a joint in my fucking pocket and my cigarette pack, right?
Yes.
And I couldn't find it, right?
Yeah.
And I was going, fuck, did I smoke it? See, this is where when reality becomes a little bit fucked up for me. So I'm like, did I smoke it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I messaged my cousin Peter after I left, and I said, you know, in the morning, check, because I might have dropped a half a thing in case any of the kids go in the back or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And he said he didn't see nothing, and he left, right?
Yeah.
And he said no, right? So then he got back after work today and found it.
Yeah.
It was there. He was sitting there, so he must have not really seen it this morning. So I knew, but you know when you're at that, you start contemplating.
Where it's hate, you're not sure. Yeah.
You're like, I don't remember what happened this last fucking 3 hours. Did I?
Well, it's one of those things too that I think that, you know, if you're talking, you know, you're shooting the shit with somebody and like you're outside just smoking and whatever, that they go fast and you're not paying attention because you just light the next one and whatever.
But I think that's what happened with me, because I was sitting outside with Peter and I did have a cigarette, and maybe I just didn't put it in the pack. I don't know. Or maybe it fell out because I went out for a smoke afterwards.
Like when you took a smoke out, maybe it came out.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? So I was like, fuck, right? Not a big deal. I told him he can enjoy it himself, but we'll have to see, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, lucky me, I forgot my vape. It's in the car. I had this good one too. Yeah, no, I've been kind of trying to ease off on the vape because of the whole cough that I've had this fucking week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This weekend I've been trying to get over a cold. I know you just got over something, so I mean, that's got to be fun, right?
Negative, baby.
Negative. No, I got one over here too. I'm not pregnant either. No, see,
Yeah.
we could
Oh,
talk.
yours is upside down.
Well, whatever. Fuck, I'm not pregnant.
There you go.
I'm clear.
So yeah, if anybody didn't know, guys, I had COVID last week.
Yeah,
The
it's
Rona took me out 2 years in.
no, it's going around again, man. My poor nephew had it, so we had to cancel my niece's 1 year.
I got
birthday
fucking.
party again. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, unfortunately,
that sucks.
so I didn't get to see them 4 days off.
I got fucking nailed the day after they lifted the mask mandate.
But it's
and
not
I was
like,
wearing my fucking mask. It didn't matter because nobody else was wearing it.
I was gonna say, it doesn't really matter now, right? If nobody else is gonna wear it, then everybody's gonna catch it sooner or later. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I don't even hear
But
about it on the
I
fucking
mean,
news anymore.
Ultimately, I'm triple vax, so I had my booster in December, just before Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's about 3 months old at this point. It's kind of, you know, my antibody response is going to taper off after a while. So I whatever, I got exposed to it and contracted it, and I'm going to tell you this fucking story because I want everybody to know about this. These fucking rapid tests, guys. Because no, I didn't know this. And I want other people to know about this because I've told a few people. I'm not the only one that didn't fucking know this. They've changed the way you're supposed to do these now.
Yeah, I seen it online after.
Exactly. They in the package, in the fucking box, the card says that you do a nasal swab only.
Yeah.
It gives you instructions on how to stick it up your nose properly.
Yeah.
Now, contrary to that, they want you to swab your cheeks and the back of your tongue and stuff and then stick it up your nose after. Because you're more likely to carry it, to carry the not antibodies, but whatever. You're more likely to carry the virus in your spit and stuff. I guess I don't know. It's like it makes it more.
It's probably in there.
I get it hangs out in your throat, so it will be more. Not more susceptible. You know what I mean? It's going to be more sensitive to it if you have it. If you do that. Because I did this test the first 2 fucking days I was sick and they came up negative. But that's because I was doing it the old way with just the nasal swab. And then on the Friday, I saw a fucking TikTok and somebody was like, guess what, guys? I got exposed to COVID. Let's do a get ready with me thing and I'm going to do a rapid test. And she does like the walkthrough and she starts the swab in her mouth. And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know about this. And then like in her description, there was a whole link to like, where you find that information and shit, and that was like an official thing that they want you to do now. And I'm like, why the fuck haven't I heard about this? So I didn't know. So then I busted a fucking another rapid test and I do it the proper way that you're supposed to now. And it comes up positive in like 30 seconds. So I was fucking pissed. Because
I noticed that too when I did it the both ways, when I did it right, I got my response so quick. Right? It just the color just went up to clear right away. But
I had 2 lines within 30 seconds, and I was like, "Oh my fucking god!" So I had to like call everybody in my house, make sure I had to get everybody to come home so that they could all test themselves, just in case, because I technically had exposed them. And I called my job. I called, everywhere I'd been. I made sure people knew that I had it, because I was trying to be responsible and be respectful of, mindful that I've exposed people potentially, right? Yeah. So everybody in my fucking house tested negative except me. So I thought, okay, maybe it's a fucking fluke. So I did another test and we watched it and it comes up within 30 seconds again. So I fucking had it, but nobody else here got it so far. And I'm clear now. Obviously, I test negative now. Yeah. But my roommate has been going to work and she does a test every few days or whatever. And she's got negatives. Levi stayed home from work this last week. He's been testing negative. No, I don't know. But he had his booster more recently than I did. He got his like last month. So maybe he's got a better fucking immune system response, right? So
yeah, I'm due for that booster anyways. I still haven't had the third one yet. Right?
Go and get it. It's fucking.
I know. I caught it right, and after the second.
I mean, yeah. If you've had COVID
a while after.
Within the last 90 days or whatever, they said that you don't really need it. You don't need, because you'll have an antibody response from having a recent infection, right? So
yeah, your body will know what it's doing it for a second, for a bit, and it forgets. or then the other
So-
one the virus adapts. But yeah, I even when I just googled it, right, to search the fucking
Mhm.
the proper way to do it, and it even says there, it even comes up on there as when it gives you that whole fucking description at the top first.
Yep.
Yeah, it even comes up there saying all three.
Exactly. So
I
so
don't
that's
know.
just my little PSA for the week, guys, because I didn't fucking know.
I
Because
bet
I
you
didn't
it's
see
all-
anything anywhere about it. No news thing that's saying, hey, heads up to the public now that
No.
we're lifting the mask mandate and everybody's getting sick.
Yeah.
Here's how you're supposed to do these rapid tests now. So
The funny
essentially,
thing
yeah.
is, when you're breathing, anyways, that
Yeah.
that nasal shit and all that crap goes down
Yeah.
into your fucking throat, anyways. It's all connected, anyway.
I
So I don't
guess.
understand why they've never just did it from the back, right? In
Because
my
it's
head,
easier for people to swab their nostrils than it is for them to swab their tongue and their throat because it makes you gag.
doesn't. But the fucking one up the nose touches your brain, for fuck's sakes. It
Yeah,
feels
but I think it's still easier for people to actually get a
proper
like a
one.
total proper sampling if you have it
Mhm.
up your nose because you're so well for people that have a normal gag reflex, it's easy to fucking trigger your reflex and then it's
Oh,
hard
yeah.
for it to get total coverage in there, right?
Yeah.
For it to actually touch enough to get the
Yeah.
sample properly. So
I have a gag reflex from hell, man. I
so
mean,
there yeah, exactly. So
what's going on, bro?
so you missed the promo, Sneaks. He did a stellar job today. It was very quick, very to the point.
Yeah.
Yep.
I even made sure that we didn't call it sister,
Yeah.
right?
Just watched of Mice and Mans for Wednesday's show. Very
What do you
good.
think? Any good? Any good? You think it was worth the watch or what?
I had a busy day today.
Yeah.
I was also getting caught up on movie stuff.
And
Well, I'll talk about it in a minute. And I apologize in advance, guys. I'm gonna be snacking throughout the show because I'm fucking hungry because dinner's still cooking. So I have my snack bowl in front of me. So if this inadvertently becomes a chewing ASMR, I apologize. He's reserving his thoughts. Wow. Yeah, for the show.
it's okay. It's all good.
That's not a good. I don't think he. I don't know. I'm suspicious of that response.
Me too. I'm always suspicious of his fucking messages, man. I never know what to think.
Yeah.
No.
Did you? Speaking of getting caught up, did you watch the Batman?
No, man. I can't find it. I
This
still
guy.
can't find it. You let me try, guys. And I'm not watching a camera version. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste my time watching the camera version. I've been fucking, the fucking worst part is I gotta watch a Mice and Men
Yeah.
later tomorrow, and the worst part is Better Call Saul season 5 just came out today. Now
This guy's gonna be doing all night.
there's 10 episodes, man. I have to work in the morning now. This is gonna be the fun part, right? Because I want to watch.
You gotta learn some self-control.
I want to watch. What? Huh? Yeah, fuck you. You guys to support everybody's AMC stocks? Fuck you guys. I didn't buy it at the right time. If I would have bought it at the right time, maybe I would have. I'd talk. But now, you know what? I'm not going to support these movie theaters. Fuck them. They make too much money.
I'm telling you, just get a fucking scene card.
Yeah. I'll
Like I
show them
said,
what they can see.
Haven't paid for a movie in 10 fucking years.
Well, I'm starting to wonder, is that why a lot of people have those scene cards? I'm starting to wonder.
Yes, because they accumulate. I have a scene debit card and a scene credit card, and so does Levi.
I see them all the time,
and
man.
you collect points when you use the debit card and the credit card. You get 1 point per dollar on the credit card and 1 point for $5 on the debit card. And I've been collecting them since I was fucking 16. And I swear to God, I have not paid to go to Cineplex in the last 10 years. I've paid for the concession shit. I've paid for the popcorn. But even then, you can get like $10 off with 1,200 points or something. I have 11,000 points right now. And it's like 1,200 points to see a movie.
See, at least Nikos does support his small theaters, right? But
yeah, he's got one near him though. I don't.
He goes to one that it's not like Cineplex, I don't think, or anything, is it? Because it's a smaller theater.
It's one that he actually pays to go to.
Yeah, private one, which is a good thing, I guess. That there's not that many of them anymore. I know he's got.
If I lived near my old place, I would go to the fucking Kingsway Theater, but I don't live there anymore, so.
Too fancy. That's too fancy for me. You know, you gotta
And
go in a horse and carriage.
Fancy.
You gotta go in a horse and carriage to go to that theater, bro. I'm telling you.
I know he's not gonna have anything to contribute to the conversation on the movie today, which I foresaw this coming, unfortunately, but whatever.
You know, I mean, I can go over all my theories in my head that I've been watching, but
I have a whole fucking banner for everybody, so that nobody else gets spoiled if they haven't seen it. But I'm gonna have to spoil the movie to you.
Yeah, it's okay. You can spoil it for me. I allow that, Julie. I'm good with spoilers, man. I've been trying to ask people what they thought about it all week. Like I was talking with my dad about it today.
Yeah, because you're trying to get sneaky little.
No, but he went to watch
conversation.
He went to watch the Morbius one with Josh the other day.
Fuck that.
Yesterday. So
Jared Leto's a freak. I'm not seeing that movie.
He says it's different. He says it's just
I don't give a shit.
The way they. He doesn't. He says. I think he said Sony doesn't do Marvel like fucking, because the way they reenacted it's something to do with the fucking Tom Holland Spider-Man, and I don't understand that whole aspect of it because I know there's all those 3 Spider-Mans, but they're going back. They're wondering.
Spoilers, JT.
I don't care. Put it up. I don't even know the movie if I'm saying it the right way, but something about going back and seeing another Spider-Man. Not the new Spider-Man from this one that they just seen that we just watched on the new Spider-Man. Not that Spider-Man, the old one they went back to see. Okay. Right? So I don't know where the fuck where it's going with that, right? And I don't care because I got to talk to my dad for a good 2 hours about fucking Star Trek. I don't get to talk to many people about Star Trek. So fuck you guys.
Yeah, I don't watch Star Trek.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't watch Star Wars either.
There's a whole new Star Trek coming out at TV shows. So I don't know what's going on. The more Star Treks come out in fucking the last 2 years, than it's coming out in the last 15.
I wouldn't know.
Well, I'm letting you know. Spoiler alert.
Great. It's useless information to me. I'm not going to watch it.
Well, you don't know what you're missing because you and your science fantasy and you and Nico and you guys science fantasy and now you're real
science fantasy.
That's what your fucking shows are, science fantasy.
Star
cartoons, Wars, bitch. Fucking Nico's Star Wars compared to Star Trek. But I'll give Nico.
I don't watch Star Wars.
Okay, but even your Batman.
I literally just said that. I don't watch Star Wars. I don't watch Star Trek.
Even your Batman.
Batman's not science
fantasy.
Fiction.
It's just fantasy, right?
I guess.
Yeah. So I actually like things that are based on real life.
You've never watched a fucking Batman movie? You've never seen a fantasy movie?
I'm not saying. I say I enjoy.
I know.
Science fiction. I enjoy real life stuff. But Nico, I'll give him credit. I'll give Mr. Late Night Collectors Community. I will give him the benefit that he's been putting in time to watch Picard and that, which is weird. But he has been. I'll give him that credit. I'll give him credit for that because he's trying, and I don't try to watch Star Wars. So, right? Because I don't fucking fuck is that? At least they have subtitles for fucking Klingons. Do they have subtitles for your for what are those things called in Star Wars?
What? The subtitles?
No, for the guys covered with the hair, the Chewbacca guys.
Oh, I don't. Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know.
They have subtitles for Klingons though, and Vulcans and all that. It's its own language, guys. When you go up there, you should learn it.
That's science fiction.
Because if you're gonna be like one of these guys like Elon Musk or these fucking guys that are paying $55 million to go to space and go to the space station, did you hear about that one?
Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, $55 million, and those cocksuckers don't even pay tax. Period. Yeah. Okay. With all the shit that's going on in this world right now, and you're gonna go on a fucking luxury trip to fucking to it's not even that luxurious, man. You're going through fucking G-forces like fucking crazy on a big fucking spaceship that looks like a giant cock. It does, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. They turned William Shatner into fucking Flesh Gordon in a matter of seconds. You get what I'm saying? You look up Flesh Gordon in his fucking movie.
No.
That's the big penis. Yeah, that's the big penis fucking. I told to Nico before, but I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I went off for a second, man. I think the
What are you even talking about right now?
I don't know. The marijuana kicked in, and I just went off about Star Trek and fucking before you went off to see Nico and all this fucking talk over here.
I just had a fucking random.
What's that?
Oh,
We lost I lost all our viewers now. That's it. Sorry, guys.
down to one. Yeah, because nobody knows what you're talking
because
about.
the spoiler alert is on there. I think that's probably what's going on.
Oh yeah, I forgot to turn it off. Well, we're gonna need it in a minute again. Sorry, hold on a sec. There's something going on in my. Oh, I know what it is. I think it was my Disney subscription just came out of my bank account. I think
I got a
Disney Plus.
I hate these text messages that you get. At least they tell you like for that. But you get those random text messages from different area codes, right? I say, oh yeah, you click on this and you can get this and blah blah blah. Well, now because guys, this is another warning out there. I didn't click on it yet, but you know how they're giving back the money for the drivers, the stickers for your car.
Yeah, they're not. Don't click on texts and shit like that.
No, do not click on it. And they got good at this one. They got your phone number, obviously, right? But they've got your phone number and they got a website that actually they're using a number from Ottawa, okay, like a long distance number from Ottawa. But they're also using the link that you can click on has licenseontariogovernment.org in it, but they're spaced out. The way they're spaced out isn't right. Because you go on the actual site and you can get that website on your computer and it's different. So it almost made it believable.
They won't text you guys. Don't fall for that.
They won't. It'll come in your fucking mail. Just wait for it in the mail. Because these guys are fucking snakes, man, nowadays. They couldn't even wait one day. Today's the first day it started.
Oh, is that true? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I bet you they hit a bunch of people because of that.
Probably.
Right. So, guys, that was just my my public service announcement. Okay.
We have a lot of public service announcements today.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I was like
late night awareness show.
I was dead when I pulled in to this chair, and now I'm like wide awake. Just here with you. It's you, Julie. It's the glow.
It's the I know my fucking. I'm blown out because the lights are on.
You know, and the hat's throwing me off. It's tripping me out, man. I'm thinking to myself. Who's this dude I'm talking to? I'm talking to Nico. What's up, Nico?
I brought all the Batman gear because I have some things to talk about.
Where's my brother Josh? He should be up in the chat right now too with this.
Well, you should send him the fucking link.
He's the Batman fucking freak.
The aficionado?
Oh no, the freak. In the family.
Freak.
He used to wear a shirt like you and a cape.
I got this at Value Village. Oh no, Goodwill. The old man.
Oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna do this one day to embarrass him. I'm gonna bring out the Batman picture of him because he went to school wearing his cape and his Batman shirt, and
that's
he has
funny.
He has one of those little, when you take your picture. He's such a shy guy, right? My brother, yeah. So, but yeah, he's a good guy. Called me at 4:30 in the morning the other day.
Oh, nice.
Says, I'm going for a beer and a Caesar because I went to go walk the dog. So I grabbed a beer and a Caesar. I thought I'd do somebody. I thought I'd find somebody to talk to. I said, "Hey, you sound like me, bro. What's going on?" And we were just talking.
I can't tell, but my computer might be crashing. I was frozen for a sec, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were. I was like, I can hear your voice. It was like, I can't tell. Nothing was moving, and all of a sudden, it was like, I can't tell, but I think my computer is crashing. That's all I heard. And
yeah.
It was in the same expression that tripped me out.
Something's happening. There's like a wheel turning, but I haven't done anything, so I don't know what it's doing. Okay, I don't know.
The computer thinks.
Every time, well, it was, but it was thinking too hard and for no reason. But anyway, I tried to play a game on here the other day. Keeping in mind this computer's from 2012, that it could not handle the other day. So ever since then, trying to get stuff back open has been a bit of a task for it. But I mean, it's okay now, it seems.
I haven't had too much trouble with mine. I've been lucky, knock on wood. Yeah,
but yours is like a gaming laptop, and it's not that old.
Well, I don't know how old it is. It's got to be it's 2000 and something. It can't be that old. I mean, it's got to be at least 5 years plus.
Yeah, but mine is 10 years old.
But I also have the new Windows that works fine on here. I got a lot of space, right? So it's all cleared out. It's got good cards, graphic cards too, so those help.
Yeah, this does not have any special upgrades of any kind, I don't think.
And I don't really have anything saved on here. right?
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff on here that slows it down sometimes. But
Probably.
anyway,
Anyway.
should I get to it?
Let's get to it because I want to hear what Mr. Nico has to say about the this whole Batman
Whole Batman thing. So I'm gonna, just for the sake of anybody who has not yet seen the new movie, I'm gonna try my best not to like ruin plot points and stuff, but I don't know what is like readily available in like a trailer and stuff, and I don't know, like if I talk about certain actors that are in it that maybe is not known to the public, I don't want to ruin that for anybody. So for the meantime, I'm gonna put up the spoiler alert thing. So if you haven't seen it yet and you don't want to know anything about it, you could, tune out for a bit. If the banner is still on the screen when you come back, then just wait until I've taken it down. So just for everybody's sake, that doesn't want to potentially have it spoiled, I'm gonna keep that up for a bit, just while I talk about it. So,
I mean, and pretty much, I think most people by now have seen it. I've seen it. I think I'm probably the only sorry sap that hasn't. But
I mean, it's been out for a bit, but I mean, some people don't want to go to the theater right now because everybody's getting fucking COVID. I'm sure that's where I got it. So, I literally went to the movies on the fucking Monday that they lifted the mask mandate, and I had COVID the next fucking day. So,
we're gonna get sick, Julie, nowadays. Don't worry, man.
I know, but like that's what I'm saying. People might not have gone to see it yet because everybody's sick.
Yeah, I totally get you.
Yeah. So, I went to see the new movie.
Mm-hmm.
I am an avid Batman fan, just in general. I mean, I would say maybe not as much as some people. I haven't read the comics. I'm not like into that part of it as much. I like the films. I've seen some of the TV show, like the old TV shows, the old like Adam West TV shows I'm talking about. I've seen bits and pieces there. I've seen a bunch of the I can't remember the network, but the old cartoon stuff that they had, that they used to put on Teletoon Retro. I've seen a bunch of that. I've seen some of Batman Year One, the show, bits and pieces from when I was a kid. But I have not seen the comics. I haven't read the comics. I'm not up to date on how accurate it is in comparison to the comics. So if my opinions are without that knowledge. I have not followed the comics. Just to be clear. So, and the other thing I think that surprises everybody with my review of the movie is I am probably one of Robert Pattinson's biggest fucking critics. I don't like him that much. I don't like stuff that I like specifically would not see stuff that he's in.
Why? It's not
I don't
that
like
bad.
him. I don't like him. I didn't like him. I should speak.
I was waiting until you said that. Yeah, because I know most people that don't like him are saying didn't now.
I've seen stuff that I've seen Tenet. I've seen a couple of things that he's been in since Twilight, and I didn't even watch Twilight. Pattinson. I was.
Yeah, jump on here for the conversation with it, right?
I mean, by all means, because I'm going to be talking to a bit of a brick wall for a bit as far as back and forth about the movie. So if you want to, come on in. But so I saw the movie, going into it not fucking really liking Pattinson that much, because I really would not. I would go out of my way to not see things that he's in because I just don't like him. Yeah, and I'm hearing that too, which I haven't seen that one yet, but I probably will. But yeah, he was in Tenet recently. I forget, there was something else he was in that I saw that I was like, oh, okay, fine. I don't know. There was just something about like his personality. Like I've seen interviews of stuff that he like when he's doing press junket shit, talking about stuff that he's been in. He's a little bit more now that he's grown up and he's like an adult now. He's a little bit more on the side of like taking stuff that he does seriously, but he used to just like shit talk everything that he did. Like he had I know, then why take it on?
Challenge yourself?
Because I know he's like embarrassed by the whole Twilight franchise, but like, you were in it for a whole fucking franchise. So stick by your piece of shit if you don't like it, at least. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There was something about that attitude. And he was in Harry Potter and he shits on Harry Potter. I don't know. it was something about, but he was like, you know, young adult and a teen when all that was going on. He's taking things a little bit more seriously now. But anyway, my biggest gripe with it was that he was the fucking star character when we were going to see it. I have changed my tune quite a bit since seeing the fucking movie. And I have a whole ranking list and stuff that we're gonna get through as far as all of these iterations of Batman goes and everything. But he was fucking great, and the movie was fantastic. It was fucking awesome. Like, I can't stress that enough. It was really amazing.
People have been saying. I've only heard good things about it.
Overall, like, really well done. And I have to give credit to, you know, the cinematography. The editing is really well done. Obviously, they have a bit of an all-star cast going on too. Like, lots of big names in it. The other thing that I'll say is, here he is. There he is.
You knew he was coming in for Batman talk.
Yeah. He'll be back. So I loved it.
Put the light on him.
And I fucking hate. Here's the spoiler that I don't know if it's a spoiler or not. I fucking hate Paul Dano, and I still do. I fucking hate Paul Dano, but it's okay because he was playing a villain, and I was supposed to hate him, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no.
But I fucking can't stand his face.
I can't stand his face.
He's
That's
like
the best. Where's their hashtag
He
king?
has like a baby face, and like I don't know. There's something about his face that I just can't stand looking at. I fucking hate it. He's been in plenty of like huge movies that are critically acclaimed and stuff. Little Miss Sunshine was great.
Yeah.
He was in There Will Be Blood. Levi fucking loves that movie. I think is it There Will Be Blood? I always mix up No Country for Old Men and There Will Be Blood. Which one is Paul Dano in?
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
He's in that, which is a great movie.
No Country.
It's two. I know. I don't know why I fucked them up, but
It's okay.
There Will Be Blood is such a slow burn movie, but it's like whatever, very critically acclaimed. He was in that one with fucking Daniel Radcliffe, and I refuse to watch that movie.
Why?
Man, because the concept of it grosses me the fuck out. The whole idea of the movie.
Which one was it? Which movie did you say?
Swiss Army Man.
Why does the concept gross you out? Isn't that?
You know what it's about?
I don't know if that's the same movie that I'm thinking about. Hold on, I have to see now because now you're freaking me out. You said Swiss Army?
Swiss Army Man. It's called, yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just talking about the many credits of Paul Dano.
Oh, maybe it's not this one that I thought.
I won't watch it. I fucking will not.
Yeah, okay, I can see why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I can see why.
For anybody, well, maybe let me look up an actual like description of what the plot is.
It's got a good rating. It doesn't got too bad of a rating.
I think it's. I don't know. I don't know
It's
if
probably
it's
a well done film.
An indie movie or what? I don't know.
Well,
let me see.
They had a $3 million budget, so it's A24. Those are good producers too. That's mine.
It was by A24.
Yeah.
I fucking love that company too. God damn it.
Man. Yeah, I don't know if they're the ones who were the directors. Yeah, Daniel Quant. No, hold on. So it was distributed by A24, so they would just have their name on it probably.
Well, whatever. That's a good company.
Still,
they really good movies.
And they're really fucked up ones, really whacked out ones that are really.
Anybody that doesn't know this, essentially, this guy is stranded on a desert island. The guy is played by Paul Dano. I think his name is Hank.
Hank.
Yeah, and he has, I don't know, he's like gonna kill himself, and then he spots a dead guy laying on the beach, and he used the dead body to like it's a fantasy movie. Like it's like the dead body helps him get back to land, and the whole thing is a metaphor, but the whole idea of him like manipulating this dead body really fucking grosses me out, and I can't watch.
There's some heavy pictures, man. You want? There you go.
I can't
even show you on there.
No, keep right. But yeah, the whole movie is a metaphor, but it's
Okay,
so gross, the idea.
back to thing. Let's not get back to the gross movies. We'll get back to the one that we're
Right.
spoiling right now.
So the point is that I can't fucking stand looking at Paul Dano. So
What movie is this? The other one he was in?
Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army
the
Man.
one that I can't
okay.
deal with. And so he was in Little Miss Sunshine, which I really liked, but you can't really see his face because he's covered in hair for that movie. It's like you can't even see most of his head. He was in There Will Be Blood, which, like, whatever, his role is like, I don't know. That whole movie is a little bit of a slow burn for me, and I know it's critically acclaimed and all, but it's kind of boring to me. But like, I don't know what else he's in that I like can think of off the top of my head, but I fucking can't stand him to look at him. And all of his, I don't know, the sound of his voice even sometimes. I mean, he would fit perfectly in this role because I was like, I fucking hate this guy. He should be the fucking villain. Good. So, still hate Paul Dano. Regardless of that, the movie itself, on the whole, is fucking fantastic. And anybody who hasn't seen it should go and see it, but it is very much a different movie from your classic, I mean, for what we know to be modern Batman movies. Like the whole, like, not to characterize it in such a way, but like the Michael Bay effect, that everything has to have explosions and fucking crazy visual effects and all this fucking bullshit that they put in. It's very much not that. There is one part of the movie where they sort of have, there's a big stunt component to it, but it doesn't overshadow the actual story and the plot line of the movie, which I like. And it is a long movie. It's like almost 3 hours, I think. But there was no point during the movie where I wasn't captivated by what was going on.
Yeah, it's that serious.
It was really fucking good. And after I saw it, I texted Nico when I got home. And I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, we have to talk about this.
Well, I mean, what you're referring to, it's like the Michael Bay of the Batman films has been this Zack Snyder verse, which is all the doom and gloom, like kind of like dark takes on the characters, and everyone's fighting each other all the time, and like there's like they're destroying the city, and there's like nobody, like they're not saving people, like it's been tough. Like that whole era of Zack Snyder after Christopher Nolan worked on the Batman films for me is like a low point for Batman for me. And that's why I really hate on Affleck as well, because I felt those movies weren't great. The Batman v Superman and that Superman film. I really just didn't like the Justice League film, was just boring. Like I didn't like that whole period. The Suicide Squad stuff was bad, except for the new reboot, which was good. But that's because James Gunn directed it and they scrapped entirely everything that was from the last film except for Harley Quinn. So yeah, that's honestly, like, I just have been down on Batman period since Nolan's films for Batman, right? But this getting a new another interesting director in and doing these films, I was really happy about. Plus, this director, I guess, worked on the Planet of the Apes trilogy, which or the first, maybe the last two, maybe not the first. One of them he didn't do. I think
two of them.
Yeah, it was either the first two. It may have just been the first two, or it's either that or the second and the third. But anyways, I really liked that trilogy. So like when I heard this guy was the guy who was going to be involved in this, I had faith. But to Julie's point, I think they took big swings in this movie. Like, you may not even have enjoyed everything that they tried to do in this film, but the fact that they tried out different things, I think, is key of why this, like, I'm very hopeful for the next installment in this new, like, trilogy, whatever this Batman franchise is going to be now after this film. I don't know. I just wanted to come on and praise the movie. Like you said, if I wanted to jump on quick and kind of comment on it, because I haven't really talked about it because I've been waiting for you, Julie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. My favorite scene, honestly, one of the most powerful scenes, I told you, Julie, was the one at the end. And I don't want to, I guess, spoil it exactly, but there's a scene where Batman is saving people, like people like that.
People.
Yeah. And you know how, like, it's just such a small thing, but it's been so long since I feel like I've seen that, like a moment like that where like he's down like in the dumps with these people, like saving them, like he's going through water and electricity and like wreckage and whatever else in this moment at the end of the film. And yeah, it was great to see, man. It was honestly great to see. Like it was just small moments like that, even in the movie. I thought that they did really well. And the casting was great, and it had the best interpretation I felt of Catwoman since probably Michelle Pfeiffer in the Tim Burton movies, and probably the best Gordon. Honestly, I think he was. I forgot the actor's name. He's in so many things. I like. What's his name? Something right. I like that guy. You have the cast up?
Yeah. Let me see here. Jeffrey Wright.
Okay, I thought it was something right. He's excellent. He's excellent. He's the best Gordon I think that's ever been in film. Honestly, like he was really, really good, and I like him in a lot of other things I've seen him in too. And the Penguin, outstanding.
Yeah,
the Penguin,
completely unrecognizable too.
Yeah,
yeah.
No, but that's weird. I mean, some of these guys don't even look like they can fucking pull off that role. Like now that I'm seeing who the actual cast is.
Right.
I'm going, I can't picture that. I mean, this one here, hey, John, what's his name? John Turturro? Yeah, he's in that Severance show.
He's been in all kinds of shit.
He's been in a lot of stuff lately.
Yeah,
a lot of these old guys are coming back too, man. Like he's
in a lot of Adam Sandler stuff, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very sneaky, sir. He's the Mr. Deeds butler.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I like remember thinking that when we were watching. I was like, I feel like he's in a lot of comedy shit that I've seen or something.
Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Big Lebowski was in. He's a good. He was in an HBO show that unfortunately only got one season called. Was it called The Night Out or The Night of? Night of. That it was. I don't know if anybody ever saw that show, but I think it was called The Night of. It was about somebody. I think he was falsely accused of a murder or something like that, and he plays a detective in it. And he's really, really excellent. But it was one of these shows that just for whatever reason it got canceled and they never did a second season.
Yeah, The Night of. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was excellent.
He's been in a lot of stuff, eh?
He was really good in that show.
Transformers, he's been in a lot of different things, man, since he was younger. Now he's getting older, but he
was great in the role that he was in this movie too.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Why am I looking at the cast here and I see Ben Affleck? I
don't know. Because listen, I had to watch. I realized in my ranking list. Yeah, I saw that.
He's not in it. At least
the fuck up.
Unless it's like a deleted scene or something,
it could be.
Or they're going to do one of those extended cut things that they do. Now, I don't know, but he wasn't in the.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a name credit, so it's not like it's just
I don't know why it's on
picture.
there.
Yeah.
And I noticed that today too because I realized in my ranking list earlier that I haven't seen any of the Ben Affleck shit, so I watched one today. But I was trying to find out, like I had searched it up because I was like, I don't know which one he's like, what the one he's called is in. When I searched Ben Affleck Batman, the first thing that comes up is this new movie, and I was like, he's not in this fucking movie.
I think the last thing he's supposed to still show up in is the Flash's movie. Whenever they do that, he's already filmed scenes apparently for the Flash film. And then there's also rumors. I don't know if it's going to be I think it's going to be the Batgirl film. I think it is. They said that what's his name is going to be back from the Tim Burton movies as Batman. Keaton. Michael Keaton apparently I think is. I don't know how he's involved, if it's a multiverse thing or I don't know, but like apparently I guess he's going to show up as Batman. They were saying I think it's in the Batgirl movie if they're going to do one, or he's in something like I don't know which one he's going to land in, but apparently he's showing up now. I think kind of on the heels of everybody showing up in the Spider-Man films now. Everyone wants to see all the Batmans now, right? Like which, like throw a costume on George Clooney. I don't care. Like, I'm going to put George Clooney back in the Batman suit and have him show up somewhere. I'd be okay with that. Like whatever, right?
Like whatever, yeah.
I want to fucking Ben Affleck back.
No, he's a bum. I didn't like his Batman, bro. I'm just being honest. I didn't like his Batman.
Or you didn't like the movie itself at that time. What do you
think?
No, like,
I also didn't like him. I don't even hate on Ben Affleck like that. I didn't like those films and I didn't like him as Batman.
Comparatively, to this movie, because I literally finished watching fucking Batman versus Superman at like 7:30, It's 3 hours of my life I'm not fucking getting back.
You watched the extended one, didn't you?
I couldn't find any other version of it.
Yeah, the Snyder cut. That's all that exists now. But the Snyder cut is better than the actual. It is better than the actual original film. Like there's a bit of extra stuff that actually makes the movie make sense a little bit more than all the crap that they cut out of the first one before it hit the theaters, right? But yeah, those are the ones he's in. He's in that. He's in Justice League, and he's in Justice League, Batman v Superman, and then he shows up in something else. I can't remember. Yeah, and maybe it's just those two. Actually, I don't know. I might be blanking on the next one that he's in.
There was a third one because I had to look it up too. I don't know. Anyway, the comparatively having watched that one and having it be the same length as the new movie, it really it does not flow well. I think half the and that's the other thing. I do not give a fuck about Superman either.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care to watch any of that shit at Man of Steel, Justice League. I don't give a fuck about Superman.
Fuck you both.
I don't give a shit.
They're not good movies, Jay. Like I don't mind.
Superman. I like
I'm not interested.
I like the television. She doesn't like the character because he's a good guy.
No,
I don't mind Superman. I don't mind Superman, but it's not my favorite either. But I don't mind him. Like if he shows up, if they actually wrote a good if they actually Superman plays off Batman actually very well. Like that story that they told about them in the Batman v Superman, like what it originally was, which was not as good as the film. Like the story about those two kind of fighting. It's when Batman gets old and all this stuff. Like that stuff's. There's some good stuff there between him and Superman. Like he's a good character for him to work off of.
Beat fucking Batman any day, bro. With his eyes.
But that's what I'm saying.
His fucking kids will.
I'm missing the knowledge of like the comic book origin stuff. Like I don't have.
I just learned it from what Nico taught. Well, I actually know Nico doesn't tell me much about Superman.
It doesn't matter anymore. Honestly, they've made these films like they've created their own continuity and things in these films that they're pulling a lot of stuff from the comics, but these are people's comics now. Like people that don't read the comics, like these are their versions of these characters. Right. And I'm okay with that because like a lot of the time they do right by them and then other times not so much. But then like this one, they pulled a bunch of things from really seminal, like important Batman stories and used it for inspiration for this film. And I'm good with that. Like he took a lot of interesting bits of Batman, like the whole aspect of the police not trusting him yet in this film. Like this is like Batman Year One. This is like his first year on the job in this film. So you got to think of that too. Like in the other one,
great show. Batman Year One was a fucking fantastic cartoon.
The animated, that's based on the comic. Yeah, that's it's great. And that relationship between him and Gordon and Catwoman and everything in that, like they captured that, I think, in this film. Like they did capture the good parts about that movie. It's not exactly that story, but they captured like certain elements of it, I think, really well in this film. The only thing that I didn't like was it was too gothic in certain, like when he went into his mansion, it was just a little like way too gothic. I'd see like times whenever he's brooding and like emoing out there. I didn't dig. That's when he
pulled his fucking Twilight out in him.
Yeah, those parts, like when he was out of the suit, not as good as when he was in the suit in this film. I gotta say, like that was the only part. Yeah, it was a little too much. It was a little on the nose. I'm like, okay, calm down, guys. Like with this whole like.
That's when like my ranking my my rankings that I have separated who best played Batman versus who best played Bruce Wayne, and
that's good.
Pattinson did not do a good Bruce Wayne.
That's good,
but he did a fantastic Batman.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Easy to do something when you're in a costume.
Also, it probably maybe unpopular opinion with some folks. Andy Serkis, I didn't like his Alfred, but they didn't give him a lot to do. I usually like him. In a lot of the stuff that he does, but in this, it was kind of like a weak Alfred. But like Michael Caine for me is probably the best Alfred, though. Personally, like I don't think we're gonna have a better. Michael Caine's, he's great. So like, I don't think we're ever gonna get a better Alfred than him, but like they didn't really it wasn't really about Alfred this film though. It was more about Gordon, it was more about Catwoman. It wasn't like really about Alfred, but Alfred's like the backbone of that.
Hey, you want to learn about Alfred? He has his own fucking
I'm not
TV
watching
series.
that. I'm not watching that shit. Pennyworth? No, thank you. I'm good. I'm
good.
I'm not watching that.
Saying, but
I know.
out of your from what Julie just
froze up.
From what I just said, I don't know where he was going with that.
Yeah, I'll have to wait for him.
I have categories set up here. Let me just pull up my thing. I separated. Oh, here he goes.
Back. Hey,
there you go.
Yeah, no, I just got weak all of a sudden. But yeah, so but from what Julie was saying, what do you do what do you think when it comes to Ben Affleck? Do you think he played a better Bruce Wayne or better as opposed to a Batman?
Yes,
I think his character in a Bruce Wayne kind of manner.
He was better Bruce Wayne. Like there's a funny scene. My favorite scene with him is probably in, I think it was Justice League, where he shows up and there's a joke about like money being his superpower, like because he's rich. He's like, I'm rich or something like that. It's stupid, but I'm like, he makes a better Bruce Wayne than I thought a Batman, to be honest with you. I didn't mind his Bruce Wayne. Yeah, because then it's kind of cool because I don't mind Ben Affleck. That's what I mean. Like it was cool seeing him get the chance to be Batman. I'm not hating on it for that reason. I just think that he also wasn't at a good period in his life when he was doing those films. He was like an alcoholic. Like that was him almost like getting off of like he being an alcoholic. He was going through the divorce with his wife. He was not like he looked miserable in those films. Like not because he
maybe that's what he was supposed to. It worked out for his benefit because he's supposed to be miserable as Batman, just killing people right after taking care of all the bad guys. But well,
I just wanted to come on here and chat quickly about the film. I didn't want to I want to listen to the list though. Julie's I don't want to, you know what I mean, take over the segment here. So I'm gonna hop off. But Julie, are you gonna give your rankings now or?
Yeah, I was just gonna do it. If you want to stay and you can sort of debate me with it or whatever.
I'll listen to it and then I'll go.
I want to just say one thing. My best penguin, my favorite penguin.
Danny DeVito.
No, well, besides, I mean, yeah,
Danny DeVito was pretty awesome.
But for the newest ones, and I can't be until I see Colin Farrell.
Gotham! You're gonna say Gotham?
Yeah, man, I like that kid, bro.
He's not bad. He's not
really
bad.
Good.
He's the best thing probably about that show. I'll give you that. Yes. Yeah,
so I'd like to see him come back somewhere. Yeah, so that was my take on Batman.
Yeah, he's good. No, he's decent. He's decent.
Yeah,
I love Danny DeVito Penguin though. Sorry, go ahead, Julie.
Classic Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
So my rank, I have like my picks for best Batman, best Bruce Wayne, best Alfred, best Gordon, best Joker as far as we know them, best Batman voice. And I was going to put best suit, but I couldn't decide. And separately, I have best score, best theme, best cinematography, best directed. And then I have my rankings of the movie iterations in order.
All right. Maybe me and Nico jump out.
Because I had little things here and there that I'm like, I wanted to give credit to each one I've seen in different ways.
You can take down spoilers alert, I think, now, because you're not really spoiling anything.
Yeah. I guess so. Okay, hold on.
Yeah. So you're not really spoiling any scenes.
There we go.
I really hope they, and I know before your Batman thing, I really hope they come out with Superman out of this last series that they're doing on television. I really do.
I didn't like fucking.
No, they're doing this new one. No, they're doing a new one when Superman isn't liked by the army and stuff.
The thing I was most pissed off about in the Batman versus Superman was his suit. It looked like it was made out of sequins. Like they had this one shot where they went across, and I was like, "What the fuck is his shit made out of?" Like part of it looked like it's made from felt. Like I don't know. There was all kinds of shit about that movie that I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
Anyway, so I gave best Batman, controversial, but I gave it to Pattinson. He's been my favorite, I think. I was a close second with Bale. It really was. But I gave it to Pattinson. My best Bruce Wayne had to be between Bale and Keaton.
Keaton is a good Bruce Wayne. Yeah. Bale is good too.
I don't know. Maybe Ben Affleck and Keaton. I've never seen Bale though.
I've seen
Christian Bale. You're talking about Christian Bale.
Yeah. Keaton is a contender, honestly, in like a lot of these categories. Like you don't forget, he's a contender. Yeah, but he still holds up. I mean, Michael Keaton's just a great actor. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, of course he's going to be a good Batman. And he played that character pretty differently than everybody that preceded him. Yeah, he did.
I rewatched that one recently because people were, like, telling me when I was, going through my list, they were like, no. Keaton. And I was like, okay, let me rewatch it and see if I've got a blind spot here. It's okay. It's the Tim Burton era of stuff is still a little too campy for me. A little bit.
Oh, it's definitely campy, but you got to understand that was all they had to reference at that time.
Yeah.
That's
What does
all
campy
they had.
mean?
Campy means like
cheesy,
like the old Batman 60s,
like Adam West Batman.
Yeah,
very
exactly,
campy.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, like Jay, there's that whole
Cheesy,
scene.
like cheesy.
There's that
I
whole
get it.
scene. Like, let's not forget, everyone praises Nicholson's Joker, but that whole thing where they're dancing around to the Prince music is pretty wacky. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like he's a gangster, but he's like the comedian in that one, and it's kind of like it's
too colorful too.
No, certain parts of that film haven't aged well. Even though he's a great Joker, still, I think think he's a great Joker. But he, and you know, every Joker's different. Sorry, go ahead, Julie. But yeah, that's it's. Yeah, it is campy. It is definitely, but then it was also equally dark. Like the second film is way darker than the first film, though. That's what people forget too. Like that second one is just like pure dark. Not Mr. The one with the penguin and that one's darker than the first one.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think he does a great Bruce Wayne. There's something what I noticed rewatching the first one of that trilogy, which he's only in 2 of, but he looks a lot older than he actually was when he was filming. He was only like 35, and he looks older because of his receding hairline. And I thought, fuck, he looks too old to be playing Batman in this movie.
Yeah.
What's wrong with people with receding hairlines?
And let's not go there. Anyway, but I think he plays a really good Bruce Wayne because he got the whole rich boy fucking, he sort of nails that for me.
Yeah.
But that being said, I couldn't decide between Bale and Keaton. And I think another thing, a point that was being made to me, that when people are like, oh, Keaton this, Keaton, I was thinking about relative to like formative years for people, like the first Batman they would have seen when they were like a teenager. That seems to be everybody's like favorite era. So like I know people that like, they would have been younger, like, preteens around them when Keaton was doing his thing and whatever. I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me. That's like the one you would have seen when you were like first starting to get into this kind of stuff. And for me, it would have been Bale, but I still think that Pattinson was my better Batman.
Mine was probably the biggest one for me was Batman the Animated Series. So if you're not going to mention that, special shout out to that, because that is like still one of the best interpretations of Batman ever, is the Batman cartoon. That they had out in the 90s. but yeah, for me, it's the Burton Batman and Adam West, because I was only 2 when Burton Batman came out. It was 89 when that came out. I was like 2 years old when so like that was my first film of him. But I also used to watch the Adam West reruns on TV because they used to play on YTV, I think, back in the day. And I used to watch them at that point too, right? So it was weird though. Like there was definitely some wacky stuff that used to happen on those. So I actually have the Blu-rays of the whole older Adam West series.
Stuff?
Yeah, because it's just funny. It's entertaining. It's stupid. I know it's
cheesy, but it's still like funny. It's still it's not like critically acclaimed, but it's still good. It's still I know what you mean.
No.
So then I had Best Alfred, and again, I couldn't fucking pick one.
No.
Well, okay, Michael Caine, I guess, has got an advantage here for me, but I really did right? I liked Jeremy Irons.
He was good.
He was good. That was like one of the only things that fucking the Ben Affleck one had. That I was like,
Irons
all right,
is good. Yeah,
the young guy in Gotham was good.
Yeah, but I'm not including that. I'm talking about movies.
He was also good.
I just thought I'd throw it in there because
I guess that's what you've got. You've been watching that, and I haven't.
It counts. It's all I need.
My best Gordon, I was a toss up. I really liked Gary Oldman's, but Jeffrey Wright's is good too. So I know more of the Gary Oldman one just because he was in more movies, but
that's tough. I know it's tough. I don't know which way I would go. Like I said previously, Michael Caine for sure for me for Alfred, but this one is tough. Like I would have to see this film again, I think, to decide, because
what a waste of fucking time to watch it again.
But I like the relationship between the Gordon in this one and Batman. Like they're on like a even kind of like, you know what I mean? Like they're very much helping each other out in this one as much. Like in the other one, it's kind of like Gary Oldman's so good though. It's hard. It's hard, man. I don't
Jeffrey
know.
Wright's doing good. I mean, I'm excited to see what the next, because there's going to be a sequel. There's going to be more iterations of this version, so it'll be interesting to see how it carries. Like, I have high hopes for it.
Yeah.
But he played it really well. Like, they had some good scenes together. The bit where they're in the holding cell together, or whatever, the interrogation room, or whatever the fuck. That was awesome.
That was good. Yeah, that was good. So you don't know who you're leaning more towards in that one.
More towards Gary Oldman.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna say right
close.
for now. I'm gonna say right for now because he's like the new hotness for me on this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he really impressed me. Like I didn't think I was gonna walk away and be like, wow, that was like, not that I don't like, I think he's a great actor, but like I just didn't expect the Gordon to be such a standout in this film, right? Like it was pretty good.
I like Ben McKenzie
really well.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say, Jay?
I like Ben McKenzie.
Who's Ben McKenzie? Oh, Ben McKenzie's in Gotham?
Yeah.
Is that what his name is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Best Joker, no contest for me. It had to be Heath Ledger. Yeah. There was no fucking debate on that one. I was like, this is it.
Worst Joker, Jared Leto.
I guess when you wanna compare, like, I don't know, man.
Jared Leto's a fucking freak.
I still have a hard time. I like. Don't get me wrong. I like Heath Ledger, but I still have a hard time, man, because I still like that fucking Jack Nicholson. I still like that comedian fucking style fucking Joker. I don't know, man, with that funny face and that. No, not just I'm gonna paint makeup all over my face.
Nicholson's second for me.
Yeah.
Nicholson's second.
It's just hard. First. Like as to Julie's point, it's hard because that's what I originally, the one I watched originally.
That's what I mean. Everybody's first exposure to it tends to be their favorite for the most part.
Yeah, like I mean, maybe Nico's was comic books. So
it's the one you compare it to. Yeah,
he likes the animated stuff too, right? Yeah. Not saying that you like the characters.
The Joker in the animated series is voiced by what's his name? Luke Skywalker.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh wow! Hey, I didn't know. I just know the
what's his freaking name? Shame on me, I'm forgetting his name. You
know
what I'm talking.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill. He does a lot of voice acting, and he's the Joker in the Batman animated series, and that's. And
Kevin Conroy's voice acting with Batman is really good.
It's funny because one of your categories here, that's where I would put him there, but you'll get to it. But that's where I would put him one of these for sure. Yep.
For best Batman voice, as
there you
far as the films go.
Okay.
If I was going to, include the TV stuff too, yes, I would have said Kevin Conroy for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't like Bale's because it's too hammed up for me. It drives me nuts. His fucking.
That's when everyone started making fun of him.
It's too much. It's not realistic.
It's bad.
It's bad. Pattinson's is all right. I liked Affleck's. The digitized voice. I kind of liked that because I was like, okay, this is like more believable than having to like talk in this fucking weird voice all the time. To have this digitized thing that
So
that's kind of where I went with it.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm gonna throw a wild. I mean, I wasn't prepared for this, guys, and I'm just trying to play along with you. So I'm gonna throw a wild card out here. I'm gonna throw out George Clooney for mine. I'm gonna throw out him voice. I thought I like George Clooney's voice.
I don't even remember it, to be honest with you. I thought it was just his regular voice.
Yeah, wild card.
Yeah.
Nice.
Best suit, I really couldn't pick anything, so I just even took it off my list.
Bat nipples for sure. For Batman Forever.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the George. I think it's the George Clooney one, or is the Batman Forever?
Keaton's has nipples. I think.
No.
Hold on.
The bat nipples is like really, I think, is the Batman Forever one.
Let me check.
Was this like a joke of times when it came out? Like he had nipples on his fucking costume, or what the hell?
Yeah, he has nipple fucking like actual
built into the suit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Put up a picture of it. There's a suit with nipples on it. I think it's George Clooney's. It's either him or what's his name? The third
Kilmer?
Yeah, Val Kilmer. Batman Forever. Yeah, so that's that's Val. That's Val. Val had the bat nipples.
Okay, all right. That's I couldn't decide.
I could picture him. I could see him having the nipples because it's just Val Kilmer. I could see that. Bro. I can't see the other ones having the nipples. Just him. I don't know why. For some reason, he just seems like that type of character.
Val Kilmer, like that's like that's like a dark horse like pick for some people. Like people actually don't mind the Val Kilmer Batman, to be honest with you. Like I think there's those films that people don't. That's the thing. Like I think those films are like people hate, like Batman and Robin and Batman Forever. But like there's some decent performances within them.
Yeah.
Well, not Batman. Sorry, not Batman and Robin.
down.
Yeah.
That's bad. But Batman Forever, like Jim Carrey as the Riddler, like that's.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go on. I'm stepping all over your categories. Go ahead.
No, I didn't have that in there because Riddler. There wasn't really. I mean, I can't pick between.
You can't
them.
compare these
very
two because
different.
one's dark and one isn't. Like,
Yeah.
but that my Riddler still is Jim. I love Jim Carrey too much not to pick Jim Carrey. Like that's what I mean. This Paul Dano, I don't even really know him that well from other films. Like you were saying, I haven't really watched anything he's in. I don't think. Like, or if I have, he's not memorable. He looks familiar, but like I'm not really familiar with him, like his work that much. So like for me, Jim Carrey hands down. Like that's probably one of the only redeeming things about that film. And also, what's his name? Is Two-Face is fucking horrible.
Tommy Lee,
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah,
he was bad. That was the cheesed up, like
it was campy. As fuck.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah,
like the Riddler, he kind of pulled it off because it's Jim Carrey playing him, but like, which is also campy, but it worked with Jim Carrey. But
I should have put the Catwoman category in here too, but like
that was my costume. Remember that year?
Yeah,
you were Catwoman.
Yeah,
no, the Riddler.
Yeah. Oh,
I had the cane.
I was the Riddler when I was younger too.
I still got the cane, bro.
Yeah,
it's in the trunk of his car.
It probably is that one.
It was.
It was. It's either there or it's
I've
at
seen
Leslie's.
it, and I don't know why.
It's at Leslie's
keep it
cousin's place. I think it's at Leslie's cousin's place. I left it there for him. So when he walks out down the street with his dog, he can walk. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Because we cleaned out that shit box over at his place.
Oh, good.
But yeah, no, I like you said too, the Jim Carrey one. But I also, like I said, I'll give the one from shout out. I'll give the one from Gotham a shout out too, because that was good. He was good too.
I gotta catch up on that
Corey
show.
Smith, Corey Michael Smith, but he was a little. He was.
I was enjoying it, and I just fell off.
Bisexual.
Like, ooh. I love how you know that because you've got a record on everybody that's bisexual.
Very risque.
It was actually different. Yeah, it was different, man. It threw me off. That whole series. Yeah, it did. He had a crush on the Penguin.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, could you imagine that? The babies they'd make.
Anyway,
question marks.
Moving on. I should have had a Catwoman category because there's enough iterations of Catwoman that we could at least have a definitive one, but I didn't really focus on it.
I would say Pfeiffer, but this one, what's her name? Zoe Kravitz.
Pfeiffer's the one that has the whip that takes out all the candles, right?
So Pfeiffer has the best costume out of all
costume.
Catwomans. She has the one with the stitches in the second Batman.
Okay. Yep.
That's my favorite Catwoman in anything, like out of the comics, like anything. That's my favorite costume. And that is her in her prime when she played that character.
Oh yeah,
sure.
man. She was fucking hot.
She looked great. Yeah. So like for me,
I was a teenager.
Yeah, for me it's always. But again, it's mostly about the costume for me in that one. But like that's.
Yeah, I bet.
But I would. Zoe Kravitz again. If I watch it again, she's very close for me.
She's good.
She was very good. She was very good.
on the legal line. Yeah, I gotta be careful on how I say that right now.
She doesn't. She's legal. What are you talking about? How old do you think
she's not a teenager? Yeah,
I don't know, man. A lot of these are like 18, but still, bro, 20 for me. I'm a pervert.
So I can't fucking. She's like, is she over 30? I thought she was in her late 20s. Okay,
I think she's almost 30.
Yeah, exactly. What are you talking about, this guy?
That's all right. I've gone further. I've
gone
down
that
low before. No.
She is.
I know.
She's actually 33.
Oh, really? I thought she was like, okay.
Right in my class.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Which one is Anne Hathaway in?
She was good too. She was in the third.
She's with Jared Leto in the new one.
No, she was in the third film of the Nolan, I believe.
Was she?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only watched that one once too, and I don't remember.
She was good too. She was good too, actually. I don't really like her that much as an actress, but I thought she was pretty good as Catwoman.
Well, she's gonna end her career right now with that television show with Jared Leto.
Yeah.
It sucks. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Shocker. Jared Leto sucks.
No, he looks like fucking thing. Kiss from Gene Simmons. He looks like Gene Simmons in that fucking thing. It's weird.
Yeah, she was in Dark Knight Rises. That's the third and
Okay.
final of the Christopher Nolan films.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, she wasn't bad too.
Yeah.
So then next I've got more of the filmmaker categories because they were things that stuck out for me. Best score I had to separate from best theme because I had, too much to decide thematically. Like the one that you fucking remember
Is
as
Hans Zimmer.
being the Batman theme, like that you can think of when you're
Danny
like,
Elfman?
Somebody goes, sing the Batman theme. They always say one. And I had to separate that from score because score is more about how, their storytelling is with the music and stuff. So for best score, I had it between Hans Zimmer and between the new guy, Michael Giacchino, because I really like the score. I think and it was really hard for me to pick because it was hard to decide because when you think about it, there's like 15 different iterations of the Batman scores and themes. And like most of them, when you hear them, you're like, fucking Batman. Like there's a lot of them that are memorable, right?
Animation.
But Hans Zimmer, I think, is got to be, he's written for multiple franchises too. That's the other thing.
I'd probably go with Zimmer or Danny Elfman.
Yeah,
but probably Hans Zimmer probably.
So these three
Danny
that you guys
Elfman
are
was the
saying.
Tim Burton one, I think, right?
Okay, see that's
Hans
Burton,
Zimmer did the Nolan
films.
But,
yes, I know that. Yeah, no, but I mean, Danny Elfman was the Burton ones, though.
He
right?
was the Burton ones.
Yeah, so it'd be between those two for me.
Yeah.
This one was good, though. I know you really dug this new films.
I think it's getting awards next year. I think
the fact that you found out all this stuff about like what he pulled like the set like the music from was pretty awesome. That you picked up on that. That was really good.
That's yeah, I was telling Nico, like, if you think, Jay, if you'd seen the fucking movie, you would know what I was talking about. But,
I'm learning a lot right now. Don't worry.
Let me hold on. I've got a clip from the.
I'm trying to still pick.
Hold on a sec.
I'm still trying to figure out like the actual ones, like I got the theme for the original Batman, like even sound effects. That one with the pow, those are the best, man. Like I'm still thinking when you brought up the animated version,
campy stuff.
Yeah, but this is the only Batman, this new one that I haven't seen. I'm pretty sure I've seen the rest of them. It's not like I haven't. It's just I didn't go, like I said. And I'm unlike Nico, I like to not support my local theaters. Nico does. He does a great job of it. I don't have any local theaters, and the people on the Kingsway,
the
people on the Kingsway are too rich. Yeah, the people on the Kingsway are too rich. They can figure it out themselves. They still got that theater there.
Well, no, I didn't support them with this film, though. I got invited to a sneak peek premiere of this film for free. So
with your phone. I don't know how you got in there with your phone, bro. That's what tripped me out.
They didn't care. It's only the night before. It's not like it was like, you know what I mean? Like, it was only the night before it actually was officially out. Like, in theaters,
When it's like a week before, you got to put your fucking...
It wasn't that well run of an event, though, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
Like, it was a bunch of guys like us. That was it was a bunch of guys that have a podcast that like that I was like trying to take notes. So I was like,
Yeah, I know. I'm getting messages from Nico there. I'm going, how the fuck does he have his phone in there with him? Nice, right? But I'm thinking, no, it's not like a Paramount one, right, or anything. It's just its own person that owns it, right? I mean, obviously they probably have to pay some sponsorship or when they buy the movie rights,
right?
Are you talking about the theater?
Yeah, but the small theater that Nico goes to, it's not owned by like a So I think independent.
Yeah, I think they have 3 in all of Toronto. It's a small.
There is still one on the Kingsway,
Yeah,
that one that used to be on Bloor Street. Remember by your old work there? I don't know if you ever seen it between Christie and Bathurst. There used to be that old one. Now it's a rock climbing place. Then it turned. It was a theater.
I know what you're talking about.
But it was a dirty porn theater, and now it's a rock climbing place.
Right?
No, they seriously they tore out the inside of it now, and they made it a rock climbing place and I don't know. It was weird, man, but it was when I was growing up. It was just a dirty go in there, put some money in, and watch porn all day, like a Pee Wee Herman. Like a Pee Wee Herman where he got caught.
All right, what categories we got? Next here?
I'm waiting for her to talk, so I'm trying to fill the dead air, dude.
something happened with my like fucking permissions and trying to share my screen thing, so it's not letting me.
Oh, are you having that issue too? Like,
yeah, I gotta look into this. I gotta contact.
I have no problem.
Yeah, there's certain updates for certain computers that they now won't allow you to do it. It's weird. Yeah,
like just with this app, I guess that I have.
I have the same issue. I have the same issue on certain things on StreamYard.
Where did you find it? And I can find it while you talk about it.
It's on YouTube, but I don't know if it'll let me like. Is it gonna double our audio weird if I share it from another Chrome tab?
No.
Okay, let me pull it up then. Hold on. It was just like it was a bunch of clips from the different Batman themes, and let's see here.
Because I'm pretty good at, like I said, mine will let me do it. Still, remember last time we had to share like that, Neeks? It's just the audio kind of messed up, and I had to play it through the speaker. That was all.
Yeah,
that's the only. Because it has tabs now, it has windows, so you got to look for certain things, and it literally has the line. You click on it, then it'll bring it up and share it. It's weird on my end too now. It changed, and then I was surprised it still lets it work too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I get what you're saying. They do that, I think, purposely now because it's. I think that they're having issues with having to cut it out or something. Maybe they get in trouble. StreamYard, who knows?
I got about 5% left on my phone here, so I'm gonna probably have to dip out in a moment. It's okay. No, do your thing. I'm just letting you guys know.
Oh, I thought you were in that room.
Jump off in a minute.
Then I'll skip around and I'll skip around and I'll come back to this after. But so the best score between Hans Zimmer and the new guy, that's where I fell. The best theme I had to give to Danny Elfman. That's like the classic one that everybody thinks of when they're thinking of Batman, the song from Batman. That's the thing that everybody can hum and tell and sing to you when they're thinking of it.
I'll change my answer to that. I'll put Elfman here. I'll put Zimmer for the other one. That's the case. Yeah.
Best cinematography, just like storytelling wise, had to be between this new one or The Dark Knight.
Yeah. I think. I mean, again, I would have to see this again, but Christopher Nolan is pretty good cinematography. Like he his films are always really well shot.
They're really
so I would I'm a big Christopher Nolan fan, so I would say Nolan right now, just because I haven't seen this. Like I've seen 3 films of Nolan's though with Batman. You know what I mean? Like so it's kind of hard to compare.
We got more to go on.
Yeah, it's good. But this had some good shots in it too. Like I said, that whole last scene, like there was a lot of really nice shots in this film. Like that,
it was the editing and stuff.
The race, that was awesome. The race scene alone, like that one, I'll give him that if he does another. Because what's his Matt Reeves? Matt Reeves. If one more film of this, I might have to give it to him because that scene was fantastic. The race, I forgot about that.
And his list is short as far as stuff that he's done. But you were right. He had 2: the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War.
That's the first 2, I think.
He directed both of those. He also directed Cloverfield, and there was one other thing in his list that I was like, oh yeah, okay, I've heard of that. He doesn't have like a huge list of things that he's done, but they've been like big things that he's involved in.
Yeah, and he was really jazzed about like getting this like he's been talking about it nonstop since like he's done the film. Like he's really excited, this guy, to do the next one. Like so, like the enthusiasm I think is helping. Like it's not just like I
think that we got a good thing to look forward to coming up with whatever the sequel's going to be.
Absolutely.
So then for like the best director, it had to come down to Nolan or Reeves, and I couldn't pick because they're both they're really different, but I have to give like credit to both of them. So I couldn't decide because I really like the new one, but I've got more of Christopher Nolan's stuff to judge by. So
I'd go Nolan. Yeah.
It's leaning more that way for me just because we have more.
It is hard. Yeah. It is hard. Yeah.
Right. So there has to be a new one.
The ranking of the movies, and I didn't like separate between all the trilogy shit. It was just like the iterations of it. I gave Pattinson the number 1 spot. Controversial pick, but I liked it the most, I think, just because they took it in a completely different direction, but they didn't pander to the audience about the storytelling.
Yeah.
Because we all know the fucking origin story. It's been told 20 times.
Yes.
We don't need to spend the first hour on how did Batman become a thing. We already fucking know. So they didn't pander to us. It wasn't spoon-fed, but it also was like it was easy to follow. It was very well edited. So I really like the way it's done. I gave that the top spot. Dark Knight Trilogy, all the iterations of Bale, whatever. That's in my second spot. Batman Returns with Keaton, I gave the 3rd place. Zack Snyder to Affleck, I gave in the 4th. Kilmer, I didn't like. He gets the next spot. And then Clooney. And then Adam West had a movie in the 60s. Just because it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not. You know, it's campy, but it's not like top of my list, great movie. It's still funny. It's like, but I gave him the bottom spot because as far as being well done and stuff, it's not there.
I pretty much agree with everything on your ranking, except for the fact that you're putting Pattinson first right now. I think I would have to still put.
It would swap.
Yeah, I have to put that trilogy first right now, but give it another film. But I get either that or I have to watch this movie again because I do want to watch it a second time. But I would say give it another film, like by this director, and it might take because you got to remember, like for me at least with the Nolan, the last one shit the bed. Like that movie. Like that was the worst out of the whole trilogy. The first one, Batman Begins, very good, very strong. The second one, the best film of the whole trilogy, of course. And then the third one, it fell off a cliff. Like it was, it was uneven.
Wasn't it The Fall though?
What's that?
Wasn't it The Fall or whatever? The 3 films?
No, it was Rises. Batman Rises was the last one.
Oh,
Begins was the first one, and then Dark Knight
was the middle.
Yeah,
the Dark Knight and then the Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, so that one it was the worst out of all. But it's because the story was too convoluted in that third film, and they got the whole Bane thing, and it just like it was disappointing to say the least. Like it was a bad way to end that trilogy because it was like if it wasn't for that film, like I mean, if that film was better, I would say like nothing was ever going to top the Nolan films for me. But that last film, it was one of those things that I left the theater after watching it, and I was just like, that wasn't as good. I'm like trying to lie to myself. I'm like processing it. I'm like, no, it wasn't as good. I'm just like, because not only am I a huge Nolan film at that point, because you got to remember, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think during that period of time, Inception came out before that as well. I think he did Dark Knight. I think he did the second Batman, and then Inception came out around at the same time. So I was riding on such a high for him at that point in time that I was like, this is going to be the best movie like ever. Like when I went and saw that. And then, but that's the problem. The expectations were way too high going into that third one. And like, you could always drop the ball on a trilogy of films. There's not many flawless trilogies of films. Like like there isn't, like there was always one bad film.
Something happens. To one of them.
You can point to many of them, like any huge franchise. Like, so yeah, I gotta. Other than that, though, I kind of agree with your ranking. Batman and Robin's definitely the worst. Is the Clooney one? That one's terrible. Like, Arnold Schwarzenegger aside, because it's a bad film. It's a bad film. That one.
I gave Bat Nipples above Clooney though, and Keaton I gave overall it's a good movie. Affleck I didn't fucking like. I didn't watch them all, but like. Batman versus Superman was too fucking complicated to follow. You have 3 main characters in that fucking film, essentially.
Yes.
And it's cut together in such a way that I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
That's why I don't even want to consider it a Batman film though, because the whole thing's Batman versus Superman. I'm like, you're sharing the title with another huge DC character. Like this is like how can
they had to give him his own standalone, like they should have done.
Yeah, no, he didn't have one though up to that point. Like he didn't, not under Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder did the Superman film, and then he did that, or Justice League.
Yeah,
just boring.
Yeah, and boring. Affleck, and he doesn't want to do it anymore, so he's done.
No.
But he didn't do a terrible job. But like the film itself is just fucking way too convoluted. I could not like I said, comparatively in 3 hours, I was like sitting here going, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, what the fuck is going on?
To JT's point, I think I probably, unfortunately, lump him in with me not liking him as much because of the fact that I don't like the Snyder verse films. Like, I don't. So, like, I probably I'm a little harsher probably on Affleck than I need to be because a lot of people liked Affleck's Batman. And
I thought he was good. I thought he was good size.
Like smack dab in the middle for me. Like
he's a good size for a Batman. He looks like a fucking rich white guy. Yeah, he does, man. He was the right size. He was big.
No. Yeah. He was too big.
What do you want?
His scrawny fucking looks like a fucking Nokia cell phone. It looks terrible.
You want little scrawny fucking what's his name there? The one that played in this one here.
Pattinson,
Yeah, Pattinson. You want a little scrawny him? Or you want a guy that actually looks like he can fight somebody?
That's why,
It's okay, but I seen what he looks
Not
like.
funny.
Why don't you defend
He's
that
not a-
garbage film Morbius right now again? You
No, I
seen
never
either,
watched
like-
it. I have never seen it, but
And I guess I'm aware I'm calling it garbage and I haven't seen it either, but like I'm telling you, it's garbage. Don't watch it.
I don't watch it.
no,
Yeah.
I heard it could have been better. That's all I heard.
I could have been better.
That's what my
Could
old
have been
man said.
better.
My old
It's
man
really
said,
different.
Yeah,
know?
yeah, it's different.
there's a reason they only have it. It's only an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is
Right,
is that it for the categories though?
That's
Julie?
it. That's it. I'm
Oh,
getting
man.
props from Leslie Stats over here.
Hey, you did a great job, and thanks for having me on. I'm glad I was able to add something to the conversation because just so Jay was just going to sit here looking at you.
Well, I would have talked about other ones that I
know,
didn't.
I know, I'm
I just
fucking
couldn't.
with you.
I couldn't talk about the new one. That's
I
the
was
only thing.
I was gonna
I
come
tried
on, but
looking
Julie
for
said
it.
it. She said it. I was in the chat. I was like, all right, I can't resist
Yeah.
talking about Batman for a bit. I was like, I couldn't.
Well,
I couldn't.
I
wasn't
figured
going
it's going to be more than you just sitting there going like this and typing because all you're going to do is type in the chat. So I'm like, I was thinking the same thing.
I
Just
know,
jump on quick.
Yeah.
Just, you know,
Yeah,
it's perfect that way.
yeah.
right? I
Well,
know, I
thank
just didn't
you.
know what you guys were doing.
Thank you for
right?
coming.
Thank you for the invite. Okay, guys, go late night collectors community. Check it out. All right, I'm out.
I had a choice between you or Farhan. That's the thing.
Wow. Should have went with Farhan, clearly.
Nah,
Yeah,
I wasn't
you-
going to spend any more time on WrestleMania.
Yeah. All right, guys.
CT talking and me standing there going, "Yep, yep."
See,
Yeah.
then you did it to me. There you go.
It's okay. We're gonna have JT doing this with soccer next week. So stay tuned, or after Rob's show. Yeah, Lewis is on. Stay tuned for that. He's gonna shit his pants again.
Yeah, Espanol. I'm gonna speak in Spanish subtitles. Watch.
Yeah, this time we'll see how we can top that. How JT's gonna have to change 2 pairs of pants during the broadcast.
Oh, I'm saving that part for that one. Don't you
Yeah.
worry.
Oh, all right, I'm out. Later,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Now, okay, let me see if I can share this fucking.
Which one did you
Clip.
look up? What was it called?
It was
What'd
like
you
a
type in on
compilation
YouTube?
of themes.
So best Batman score.
I got it
I
here.
got-
Hold on a sec. Hold on.
The picture is a big Batman symbol
Let me see if it'll let me just share the other Chrome tab. Hang on a sec.
because usually what happens, it goes. Oh yeah, you can do it. There you go.
Did it work? Yeah. Okay. So, well, tell me if the audio comes through though. Hold on.
No.
Oh, it's muted.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's from the Adam West series, which obviously this is very notable. Like, you can when somebody's like, "What's the Batman theme song?" You think of this one. Like, "Da-na-na-na-na-na, Batman. Like,
Yeah.
of course. Where is the fucking this thing? I want this. Okay, so then the Batman 1989, which is part of the Tim Burton series.
Mhm.
Like everybody thinks of that one too. That's Danny Elfman.
Yeah.
So like instantly, I'm like, oh yeah, Batman.
Mhm.
This one not as much.
This is creepy though. This is a different style.
This is still Tim Burton era.
Yeah. Sounds like Nightmare Before Christmas.
This is the animated series.
That's pretty cool.
Another animated one, I think. Very notable also. This is Tim Burton era.
All the different style Batmans. They looking like the symbols.
Yeah.
What an ugly symbol that was. Even that one too.
This is a show.
That's a fucking ugly symbol.
Oh, and then there's gonna be a fucking commercial in a second. Of course. Oh,
Hey,
but
guys,
Adobe
let's-
iPad, da, 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 da.
yeah. Brought to you by.
Yeah. This is from Christopher Nolan era. Batman Begins. Little low key. Dark Knight.
Okay.
Dark Knight Rises, not as much. Like kind of a repetition of the same one from before,
I'm not a fan of that Batman
but a little more
style either.
low key. Yeah. This is like think from its show or a game. This is from Gotham.
Here. This one is just. Sorry, it's a good orchestra though.
Yeah. This is Affleck.
There's a weird Batman symbol too.
Yeah, it's dark. This is Justice League. Call back to fucking Danny Elfman.
This is it, Justice
And
League?
this is the new movie. It's very low key. They're not using the best part from the movie, but
It's a weird symbol too.
it doesn't look like that either. I mean, maybe on the front of its on his suit it might.
Because yeah, he's got no head there. Like, where the fuck's the bat head?
Yeah. So that's like the point I was trying to make anyway, is that like there's at least 10 in there that you hear and you think, "Oh, it's fucking Batman." There's like 10 different iterations of the theme that you can hear and think of Batman the character. And it was interesting, I didn't notice until we just listened to it then, but one of those Hans Zimmer ones is a callback to the Danny Elfman era. Like, they pulled the same kind of riff from the Danny Elfman classic ones from Batman 1989. And Hans Zimmer did the ones. Well, yeah, it was in just. Or no. It was in. Whatever, I closed it. It was
Zack Snyder one?
It was in a Zack Snyder one, yeah. Oh, maybe you're right. It was Justice League, which was a callback to the Batman 1989 one by Danny Elfman. But Hans Zimmer has done the Zack Snyder stuff and the Nolan stuff, and I think that's it. But yeah, it's just funny. Like, there's all these different iterations of the Batman theme or the Batman score that you can hear, and you will think of the character or the movie or whatever. But that one from the new movie is not like the best example. Hold on, I saved the whole fucking
because
soundtrack to my Spotify.
I mean, the original Batman, obviously, the original one, the original theme song. Yeah. That's all I remember Batman's supposed to be, right? I remember I figured that's how it's supposed to be because it is the original, right? And they kind of used it they did use it also sort of in the first film too, right? But then they have that orchestrated thing where you don't really hear the anything anymore, right? So
not anymore, because that was part of the
way.
cartoony thing and the campy bit, like in the cheesy one.
Yeah, but,
and they're trying to be serious now, which is like they're trying to get away from that kind of feel. But
see, that's the problem with it. It's easier to pull away from that feel in Batman than it was in Superman because you can't get that kind of dark. It's hard to pull away from that cheesiness from Superman, and I think that's where a lot of people have a hard time separating it because they like that dark, not that darker, but they don't. I guess cheesy's not as cool anymore to listen to, and
he's like the fucking
Batman's
DC
more
version
down to
of Captain
earth.
America, you know.
And Batman's more of like he's more human, so I think that's why people.
Guess,
he's not like from another planet, right?
Yeah. Maybe that's part
that's
of it. That's
why I'm like,
you know what has always bothered me from the story, which I was just telling Levi this, is like I can't wrap my head around the fact that nobody has ever fucking found this guy out, because how, like, literally he puts on a pair of glasses and they're like, that's not Superman. Like, that's the fucking stupidest thing I've ever seen.
He also
he's taller.
Takes off a blue and red suit. So that
but
also
it's
helps.
the same guy. It's the same face. What do you mean?
I get it. I guess you gotta kind of be like, you guys are so into fantasy anyway, so why don't I just pretend?
Get him a mask.
Well, but why don't you guys pretend? You know, you guys are into the fantasy about it.
Hold on. Let me play this little bit from the new movie that I was talking about.
All right.
This is their highest played track from the album on Spotify. It's got like 8 million plays.
8 million?
Oh, I gotta turn the volume up.
That would help. And all of a sudden it shuts down.
Nah. It's really low key. But it's really... There's like a motif. Like there's a theme building there, but it's 2 notes. But anyway. But anyway, you get the point. It's very melodic, very slow, kind of low key. But that bit at the beginning, they're building to be like the part that you think of is these 2 notes.
The dark in those, yeah.
Which, if you didn't know this, they based the whole kind of thematic thing around that one Nirvana song that they actually do use in the film.
That would make it tag if you have that song. But what song was she talking
I
about?
I won't play much of it. It's called Something in the Way.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna play the first like 6 seconds of it so you can hear the notes.
Okay.
Same notes.
Yeah.
So the whole theme is
High
kind of
and low.
built. Yeah. I think it's like minor fifth or something for my music nerds. But the thing that I thought of, like obviously it's all based around that because they use that song in the movie. But the thing it makes me think of is the Funeral March, which is an old classical song, Chopin song, which is this. If I can play it.
I like this one. It's so true. I think
This
she puts
one.
more.
And you'll know it in a sec. Oh, I went too far.
It almost sounds like the beginning of a funeral.
It is. It's called the Funeral March. Yeah, that's what I think of when I hear it, and I'm like, oh, that's so dark, but it makes sense. The late night chat score. Yeah, that's what I think of. My brain is really,
Wired to the music.
I was in music stuff all through high school. Like I was very much a music kid. I was in the fucking school band and all that shit. My brain is in tune to that type of shit. But I'm not, my theory knowledge is not
there.
It's there, but it's not, I can't articulate it very well. But so I wouldn't know, I don't know that that's in B minor until later. But yeah, they're exactly the same notes. So I was like, this is that fucking Funeral March song. Like, I'm sure of it. And then I played them after. I'm like, this is exactly what I was thinking of when we were watching. I was like, this is so dark and so like it gives me that sad feeling. Julie Fax, nice.
As he stats me, Julie Fax.
Julie Fax.
JT Krabs. And Nico Schatz.
Shit in his pants.
Oh, Nico Schatz.
But yeah, that's what I really clung onto with the movie. That I was like, the fucking score, which is really simplistic, and like a lot of people didn't like it for that reason. That it's two fucking notes. It's dun, 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 dun. It's like really not that complicated, but it really it's building
really
up
catches
to
your
be
ear.
memorable. Yeah, and it connected wires in my brain that I was like, I've heard this before, and it I stuck with it.
But there's a lot of music that does that, right? And that's what it's there for, and especially in movies.
Yeah,
you gotta have, like, you always have to have a good beat to produce anything, right? I would think.
It was just really like I'm really into like orchestral composition stuff. Like I find it to be really, really powerful and really cool. And the whole fucking album, that 2-note bit that they have is baked in through the whole album pretty much. So that's kind of his theme. They're building it to be the theme for the trilogy. I can feel it. And people are bored with it already. I don't know. Levi said he didn't find it to be that interesting. I'm like, it's not it wasn't supposed to be complex. It's supposed to be memorable. And I think that's the point. JT Schatz, that's better. Yeah. Instead of stats.
Wait till Lewis's episode. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my, I didn't mean for it to be such a fucking deep dive and consume the entire episode, but that was my bit. This could have been a shooting shit, for Christ's sake.
No shit.
I know.
No shit.
So yeah, that was my Batman ranking. And
yeah, where's that Batman symbol from?
This one I think is probably from Adam West era. It looks campy to me, old.
Well, that's because it is an old shirt, right?
It is. Like I said, I got it at Valley Village. It's got holes in the armpits.
Nice.
Yep.
That's where the sweat comes.
And my hat.
Yeah, that one's from which one?
This
Book?
one, this is probably Adam West era too, or the animated series maybe.
Or Michael
And then I got the comic book bit back here, even though I haven't read it, but I just like Batman. And I got a tattoo on my leg.
Yeah, I know a lot of people with a tattoo on their leg. My brother has one too.
It's just a bat.
Batman.
But it looks like the Batman symbol.
The symbol. I don't know if it's the same as yours or not. I can't remember which one exactly he has.
Mine looks like, I think it's Christopher Nolan era.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's the same one then. Oh, here we go. Julie falls off the chair. Julie falls off the chair.
There's no way I'm getting my leg up that high.
Oh, and then there would be a new TikTok if that happened. You know that, right? I can't even get in it anymore to get on to make anything.
Nah. It's on my ankle. Anyway.
No, yeah. No, I've seen it already. I know which one you're talking about.
Julie's I think I showed it off not that long ago.
Yeah. So yeah, tattoos suck. Yeah, exactly.
Rob's got a lot of negative opinions tonight. What the fuck is going on with this guy?
But he's always putting to laugh my ass off because that guy's full of fucking tattoos.
He's been laughing.
He's got portraits of people on his leg.
Yes, I know. I know he's joking.
Not even in anybody of his family either, man. So if he does, if I was his wife, I'd have a speaking to with him because he should at least have a picture of his wife on his arm if he's gonna picture 4 dudes.
4 dudes.
Right, Rob? You're gonna put a picture of 4 dudes.
Listen, what else do we have to talk about? Is there anything else?
The 4 dudes on Rob's leg.
4 dudes on Rob's leg.
No,
what's going on?
Oh, you know what? I wanted to say that to Nico too, and you guys
Chip.
before you guys were in the deep conversations, but
yeah,
I was saying that guy was in. I was mentioning how that guy was in that Severance show too.
John Turturro.
Yeah, but also Christopher Walken is in it, right?
Okay.
As well in that, and he's making. I don't know what he's doing if he's making some sort of comeback because now he's on a series on Prime that I just fucking started watching yesterday called The Outlaws. Called The Outlaws, but it's like a British film, and he's like the only English speaking guy there. But he's like plays a grandfather, obviously, in that one, right? He is getting old, but
he's the only American guy.
It's so funny because his acting when he does that over exaggerated talk. I think it's just a little. I don't think he's trying to do it. Yeah,
kind of have the same thing, right? Yeah,
but I don't see Shatner still has an age, man. Like he's older than all these guys, and he's still. I still feel like he acts and he speaks younger and he walks and moves around younger than all these guys, right?
He went to space.
Yeah, for fuck's sakes. There's not many guys at his age that can go to space at that age, man, that could take that fucking G-force and all that crap, right?
Right.
So, I mean, you think about it and they they had actually asked, what's if you want to do it, right? And he said, I don't know if I could do it. Are you crazy? Like, he didn't know if he'd want to do it, right?
Right.
So, I don't know. I just think it's cool, man. Like, these guys are coming back again, like some of these older characters, like older actors that I haven't seen in a while and make it like a little reemergence, I guess, before they can't do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a few of them that have taken a step back. Like, we heard that Bruce Willis just took a step back, and he's not even that old, right?
No, but he's got kind of thing going on. He's got aphasia.
No, it's Alzheimer's and dementia thing he's got going, I think. And he's supposed to be taking injections and stuff to help keep the memory longer than
aphasia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, actually, you know what? You want to hear a funny story about that? At 4:30 in the morning.
Did it.
At 4:30 in the morning, the other night, talking to my brother on the phone, he decides to go and say, "Hey, you let me give you your first tattoo?"
Oh, I forgot that he's got a tattoo gun.
He's practicing, right? And he goes, "Oh, all my friends let me give them their first tattoo." I go, "I don't care if you cover it up after." He goes, "Even if you cover it up." I said, that's not a good selling point, bro. Right?
Like, you gotta put it right over your boob.
No, I said, if you could come out, if you could do the late night chat symbol, I'll let you do it.
Yeah, you should do it.
But I
And
gotta
we should
give him
film it for the show.
yeah, but he's gonna practice on a fucking dead pig or some shit like that, like a piece of meat or something, because he
Yeah.
ain't testing it out on me.
Yeah.
But hey, if he does it, if he can figure out how to do it, and I can trust him, I'll let him do it on me. But I don't have a tattoo anywhere. I'm not letting some rookie kid. I give him credit because his buddies let him do it.
Get it as a tramp stamp.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I was thinking of putting it on my ass cheek, but
Perfect. Late night chat owns your ass.
yeah, well then you know what's funny is I can walk around and just moon everybody and get away with it. It says promotion.
And this advertising. Exactly.
That's it. Free advertising. My white
Late
ass.
night
Everywhere.
chat tats.
It'll be the least amount of hair besides my forehead that I can, you know.
You should get hashtag J2.
Oh fuck. Oh yeah, I love how Nico's edit. I like how he's loving these edits now that he's doing with his phone.
I know, it makes me
He's
feel
having a blast, man.
I should be doing this, but I don't have time.
Well, he's supposed to actually be working, you know, but he does stuff like that, you know.
Oh, whatever.
You know, I guess it's easy when you have an iPhone.
True.
I don't want to say what I called it yesterday to Lewis, but yeah. We'll pass on that one. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll pass on that one. I think Nico remembers he was there, actually.
Angus phone's dead.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you right now. Some of the stuff that is said just in the room with the three, like, it was...
I know. I wish I could have been a
Lewis.
fly on the wall when you guys were all together.
Just sometimes the stuff that comes out of my mouth in situations like that, like even when we're recording, before we start recording, some of the stuff that comes out is probably the best podcasting if we were to record it ever, man.
Right.
I don't know what it is.
Sensitive information.
No, when I see my face on the actual YouTube on the screen here right now, I have a hard time
during the record
saying it. No, I don't have a hard time saying it to people face to face, but you can understand me better when I say it face to face like that.
Yes.
When we're over and we're talking like this, and unfortunately, as much as I want to speak my mind a lot of the times on here, I do hold back a lot, even compared to last week.
Think about that, guys.
Right? I do hold back a lot. And yeah. And I've been doing more thinking about that because, you know, like, I mean, this is going to be up there for, you know, who knows how long. I got a niece now that's going to get older. I got nephews that are going to get older.
Yeah.
And actually get to hear what kind of an idiot their uncle is. So, you know, hopefully, it won't be so bad. But
you heard it here first, guys. He's censoring himself.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey. What's up? But yeah, so I am censoring myself because I'm trying, man. I'm trying to be, what is it? Not ignorant.
Trying to leave a better planet for the kids.
Who could have said it better than that, Julie? Who could have said it better than that? You know, I'm trying to make this world a better place for all your children out there, okay? For all your children out there. Just, you want them to know right and wrong, let them tune in the late night chat, and you know what? They will figure it out sooner or later. Whether we have subscribers after that or not, it will be, you know, I'm wondering, maybe I should just record myself like that, audio, and just fucking put it out there for the world to hear.
I'm telling you, save it for the Patreon. Make them pay for it.
Well, you know, yeah, I could, but then it still gets out there regardless, one way or another. It'll still.
Well, if you're gonna record it anyway.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'd have to figure that one out. But that'd be weird because there's a lot of stuff that, you know, people would agree with me on too. And if they actually listened to some of the stuff I had to say when I did say the ignorant stuff and the fucking, I guarantee you there's people that would comment back because they could do it just as a name on the thing, right? So it's a little easier for them to get me riled up and worked up. But then I gotta say it face. I gotta say my face has got to be the one saying the reaction, right?
I guess so, yeah.
So I understand that part, but there is some stuff that, you know, that we might not see eye to eye on. And I know last week there was some things I was like, kept seeing Julie going, stop in the chat. I couldn't.
JT spoke some
I went on a
little
rampage.
pause in the.
Well, I want to correct myself about last week, okay? It's not 4 fucking bitches. There's only 3, okay?
I don't even watch the show. I'm
well,
shocked that
that's
you
why
even know what's going on.
I only seen it the other day because I seen 3. It's not 4, so there's only 3. So fuck them. But
I think there's only usually like her and somebody else talking.
Well, I
about
seen
it.
3 at one point. I seen 4. Who knows, man? But you get what my whole point was with that one.
Yes.
So if anybody wants to see a real J2 a real
J2 moment,
yeah, go back and revisit last week's episode with Neeks, because
Yeah.
sometimes he does a good job of pulling me back. He really does, or he just cuts me off from talking altogether.
Yeah, you just end up moving on.
Yeah, it's just like, you know what? Okay, here's the next topic, and he's good at talking over me, so it's not so hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
this is funny that he said this. I'm just thinking, I remember saying that I should make us a theme song for the show. We could have a theme.
Well, you know why?
Sequence.
It's because he was asking me yesterday too, because I had asked my cousin one time about it, right? But I had never really gotten back to her. She's been busy. She's been doing a lot of stuff, right, with her own music career and her own work and stuff like that. So she's been doing a lot of different things. And I'd like to ask her again, and I don't want to push her, but she's always trying to figure out, what kind of theme we want, or just like a general theme or some shit like that, right? Because she does that too. She's got the whole program, and she can make synthesized beats, and she can make the Apple Studio beats or whatever they fucking.
Yeah, let her fucking do it then. She'd be better at than me.
She actually has a crazy setup, honestly. Like it's got to be a couple. I don't know. It's got to be thousands of dollars just to set up alone, because she works for one of the CBC or some shit like that. So
the software
alone, yeah, it's probably 100 times better than anything we got, right?
No, I mean like expensive. Like she's probably spent thousands of dollars on software alone.
Oh yeah, because she also makes her own music, and she also, like she plays instruments, so that all goes on to there. So everything's set up where it's all done properly, right?
Yep.
And she uses even home as a studio sometimes too, right? So they're really into that too as well. So I heard and the boyfriend there, or the friend, or whatever you want to call him, but John, nice guy. But they it's cool. I'd like to see them do it. He plays a bunch of instruments. She plays a bunch of. She does the harmonica, guitar, and singing all at once, man. Like, nice. I try to fucking walk and talk at the same time, and it's hard.
And he'll shit his pants, yeah.
Right. So, but and I know we've been trying to do some gaming this week, but fuck, I keep getting.
I'm telling you. I mean, we can play fucking euchre tonight, but
the thing was, I've been getting called. I've had a lot of situations going on lately. And
you've been out and about doing shit.
I've been trying to help out some people and do things, and I'm gonna have it's gonna be a rough year, I think, for me. So any of our late night chat people and stuff, if you see me,
post show therapy is gonna be a whopper today. Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying, like. You might see there might be times that I might not be here this year as a fact to that, right? Like, so
got it. I mean,
you get what I'm
whatever.
saying, right? And and that's why
yes.
we're all here and we can all fill in, right?
We'll fill in the gaps. Yeah, don't worry about that. There's enough of us now that somebody is always going to be available to cover for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, guys, and that's great. So, but
9 times out of 10, I'm home when we record anyway. So if ever needed, I can usually fill in. I think it would be fine. Yeah,
and I think most people are pretty good with that too. Like everybody's pretty much good with that, as long as if it's if it's absolutely necessary, I'm guaranteed they would. And you know me, I don't ask unless it's absolutely necessary.
No, I don't think. I think if you needed, it would be easy enough for one of us to fill in. We just might have to change the time of the episode or something. But whatever.
We gotta have your
community
ladies.
understand.
You and the ladies again, the ladies' nights. You gotta have some of those, man. You guys gotta have some of those, man. Those would be fucking hilarious because, you know what? You guys should have a standoff stats war.
I want to have a playlist battle with somebody. Now that you say about that random playlist, I like that idea.
It should. You know what? This is gonna be a fun one, guys, this week. And like I said in the beginning, and I'm gonna go through them right now. I might as well.
I get myself into trouble with these because I say, "Oh, let's do the Disney battle. Oh, let's do this," and then I can never fucking do it because, that too. I fucking lose the battle. But like Friday nights is usually when we do those, and those are fucking tough for me because I usually have to work, so we wouldn't be able to start until late. But playlist, I think random
Playlists are
playlist one
fun.
is easy for me to put together.
It's so easy. It's you know what? It's actually fun to go through music again because I didn't go through it as much as I did in the last couple of years when we did the battle of the bands and stuff like that. Just the random playlist battles, right? And I went through a lot of music those years. You know, when I had to play Rob and all those guys, and you know, we did the fucking 50s, 60s, all that shit, right? 70s, all that kind of crazy music. So yeah, I did a lot of research. So my playlist during that time, I started adding just to my liked playlist. I started adding, and I got over 800 songs. But we're bringing about 100 songs to the battle each, and whatever happens, if we both play the same song, you just go to the next one. Or if the shuffled one comes back again, right? If it plays it again a second time around,
if you're using Spotify, it should still
it should know which one it's played, right?
That it's already played,
yeah. So and then after it's all done. Yeah, because it randomly just shuffles it through your thing, right? But yeah, it's pretty cool. So hopefully that works out. That's this Friday,
so
guys.
How many are you going to do? 15 rounds again, or what are you going to do?
Well, Nico said to put 100 songs together, guys. 100 songs on our playlist and go from there, right? You know, 50
and
to
you'll
100
play how
songs.
many?
I don't know. We'll go and see what the night takes us to. I guess.
Okay.
We'll see what Friday brings it, like how it works out. I mean, this is going to be all for fun. This is not going to. Glout. I mean, it could be for glout too. I mean, we could be bugging each other. It could be for, you know, I beat you, you beat me, right? But we're just having fun. We haven't done it. Me and Nico, we haven't done one in a while, and it'd be cool. Like just, we thought it'd be neat to just do the random playlist one, right? Because we both got similar songs, but also completely different songs too, right? As well. So that should be interesting, and it all depends on. If you cater to the audience,
you got to play to the crowd. Yeah,
you got to remember who's in your. You got to and I'm giving Nico some pointers here, so I hope he's listening. But you got to remember who's in the audience.
Yeah,
and what kind of music they like, or you got to remember how to dance to every song.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you gotta be able to show off. Got to showboat for the people.
Yeah, so be prepared. But yeah, no. So this week, guys, we got this episode tomorrow. Okay, is airing again. This one will be up just after midnight tonight. It'll be back up and out tomorrow on the channel for everybody to see and for everybody's viewing pleasure and their spoiler alerts and all that stuff. But on Wednesday, me and Nico are going to be doing the Mice and Men for our late night at the movies. All right, so we're going to be talking about Mice and Men. It should be a good one. That's the newer one, the 90s film. That one should be good. It's hard to find it unless you have a rent or buy thing. You gotta kind of look it up, right?
Yeah.
Unless you have the premium Amazon package or whatever the hell it is.
Right, if you're paying for stars or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Stack TV or all that crap, whatever they have, right? So there's that. And then like I said, Friday we're gonna have the random playlist battle, which should be awesome. That'll be we haven't figured out a time. We'll be posting all that stuff up in the chat anyways on Late Night Chat Network on Instagram. So it'll be on my page. It'll be on probably all our pages. So if you guys follow any of us, so it'll be there. But then on Sunday, I got Rob. Me and Rob haven't had a chat for a while, so this should be interesting. Maybe I could suck out his little comments that are in these chats. See what
I really didn't know where you were going with that. Okay, what now? What are you doing?
No, I suck him out of the closet. No.
Jesus Christ, you guys.
But you know,
I haven't had a chance to use it today, but here you go.
There you go. But yeah, so we'll be having a good talk, and most likely it'll be hockey talk, and he could talk about his crappy Leafs and how my Canadians just didn't really care to play this year. They thought they'd give the Leafs a chance, and you know, that's the kind of stuff. I think that's really what's happening, but we won't say anything until next week. So that'll be next Sunday, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't make it next week. Yeah, why? You would want to get sucked out?
Yeah,
exactly. So, and then guys, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget Late Night Collectors Community. Okay, he just made appearance on the show. That's one of the two on there that have their comic shop talk coming out Friday. Okay, Chris will be joining Nico on his comic shop talk show, and they will be discussing a whole shitload of stuff that they read, or maybe just one comic. We'll see. you guys got to check it out and subscribe to find out. So until you do that, you'll never know, right? Let's get those numbers up there, guys. And like I said, don't forget to tell people out there about it, because that's another station. Everything, comic, collector, card, anything related to that is going to be
all
there.
the hobby content.
Yes, it's all going to be there. And it's awesome to check out, except the gaming, which stays here. I don't know why, which is weird. It's kind of
I think
like
we should
it's
put the gaming on both.
yeah, I think because it's more like a hobby too, right, for people. So I mean, this is all hobby if you really want to look at it this way.
True, yeah, all of it is hobby stuff,
You know?
but the gaming we could technically get away with putting on both. I think
Mhm.
might help on the other side too.
Yeah, and especially
But
with
it's
those.
still relevant, yeah, here. So yeah, I know it's weird.
Yeah, no big deal. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You can throw them up on everything, right? That's we're here to share. We're a sharing is caring type of community, guys. Okay, look at that. Hey,
Leaving a better planet for the children.
Who would have thought, eh? Who would have thought that JT'd be leaving a better planet for your kids? Right?
Yep.
Hey, I don't have any of my own, so I gotta leave a better one for the rest of them, right?
Oh my god.
So, but yeah,
Yep.
other than that, there's not much coming out next week. Besides that, this is our busiest week we've had in a couple weeks, to be honest with you.
That's okay, man.
And I think
It was
the
a
next week
fucking
is gonna be
wild
even-
week a couple of weeks ago.
Well, next week is going to be even a crazier one, I think. So,
Is it?
yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit more stuff to do next week. So that should be interesting. We still also got to fit another movie review in somehow this month. So, because we're still on March's one.
Yeah, it
So
got postponed or whatever.
Yeah, we're kind of behind one, so that kind of throws us off. So we're trying to do 2 for 1, but it's all good. We can figure out something good.
Oh, and the 420 special too. I forgot about
Oh,
that.
I remembered about that the other day when I watched my episode of me dying.
What day of the week is that?
I don't know. I ain't dying this year for nobody.
No more hot box in the car.
Fuck that shit. I ain't dying.
It's
for
on a
nobody.
Wednesday again.
That's weird how it turned out that way. I guess because was it a leap year last year?
I don't
Or you-
remember.
I don't remember either.
No, it wasn't. 2020 was the leap year. I thought it was maybe it was a Thursday last year. It was in the middle of the week though. I remember that.
Yeah, it was in the middle of the week, and then Julie's the only one. I was watching it the other day, and Julie's the only one. Well, they all thought I was greening out, but Julie's the one that stayed out with me for like an hour afterwards.
I made sure he didn't die.
Yeah,
I knew where he
didn't
lived, so I was
die.
like, I'll send the ambulance if you keel over.
Oh my god, it was weird, man. I don't know what happened. I think
Why
it was
did you
just,
rewatch it? You keep talking about how traumatized you are. Why did you watch it?
Oh, I was showing somebody
Oh.
that I had seen. I haven't seen in a while, and I was showing
TikTok.
her. Yeah, the other day. I caught up with an old friend, but
Nice.
Yeah, it was different. It was interesting. It's been a while. It's been fucking 20 years probably.
That's
so-
going to be a busy week for me, the 420 week.
That's what I mean. I've been looking at the calendar, and I'm
That's
trying to fit
Easter,
out.
so that's a Lewis episode on the Easter Monday or whatever. And then I got a doctor's
don't
appointment on
think
Tuesday,
Yeah,
420
Lewis-
on the Wednesday, and I got a concert on the Thursday. Fuck.
Lewis doesn't celebrate Easter.
Lewis is a good Catholic boy. Don't you dare.
Not
He
after
said
the
so.
shit that he said yesterday.
He said so in the late night chat group.
Right? He's a good Catholic boy. Probably is. He probably was at one point. And then my cousin, and then
He's been hanging out with you too much.
now he's on the show. Yeah, and I'm turning him bad. So it is what it is. But fuck, he almost let me sit on his lap yesterday. I don't know if I should say that because his wife might be listening. But yeah, he almost let me sit on his lap. Wink, wink.
Oh,
Nico.
Lewis.
Well, I
It's
kind of
not
had.
the dark side.
I was kind of swished in between Nico and Lewis. I didn't know who to sit beside. I was really cool. I didn't know where to put my hand on whose leg. So it was weird. I tried,
Oh
but
my god.
I think I would have made my cousin jealous or something.
I
don't know.
wish I had been at this get together you had, even though I could give a shit about the wrestling stuff, but that would have been so funny.
No, I wasn't. It was good. It was good. It was it's hard because you couldn't get too loud because we everybody was sleeping upstairs, so it was
Yeah.
he has kids and stuff, so we were trying to keep it down and try to behave ourselves, but
And then we got
it's hard when there's kids.
the 150 redemption episode we got to do still too.
The 150 redemption.
Yeah, like remember for 150 we were gonna get together and do the HR meeting again and film an episode in person. Everybody.
Well, yeah, we never really got together to do one in person.
Figure that out still too.
Yeah, now that we can just like swab ourselves and then go into the room, then we're good.
Pretty much, yeah.
I've
had,
man. Every time I go to the pharmacy now,
I'm clear now. So, well, yeah, it's good. It's good that they're putting them in everybody's bags.
They keep giving them to me, man. I have fucking stacked up on these things now, man.
Well, good. Then you can be my plug for them when I run out.
I spend $500 or more a month on the fucking pharmacy if I wasn't, if I didn't have a drug plan, for fuck's sakes. Exactly. They should be giving me something for free.
Yeah.
Not just making me pay for the fucking what do you call that service fee? Like,
yeah.
You know what I never understood about pharmacies,
dispensing
Julie?
Fee.
Okay, I have like 6 types of drugs that I gotta get, right?
Yes.
Okay, they're dispensing it to me all at once.
Yes.
The other ones come in a package, okay, that have these in them, okay?
Mr. Packs.
Okay, now answer me a question: how they charge you for fucking dispensing that?
I don't know.
They try to charge you. They charge you for each one, each prescription,
each medication. Yeah.
I fucking lost it so many times on the pharmacist, man. I said, "Are you fucking serious? It doesn't matter where you go. I gotta go to
Costco.
Somebody. Yeah, no shit. I told them you're gonna lose me to Costco, man. Just like everybody else.
Costco's dispensing fee is $2.99,
and you don't even have to have a fucking membership. You could just walk
That's right. That's right. You just go in and you say, "I'm going to the pharmacy," and they don't even stop you.
And it doesn't matter how many prescriptions you have. I think it's only $2.99 for that.
$2.99.
Doesn't matter if you have 6 different pills.
Fucking right. Life hack. Go to Costco to get your prescriptions.
Between, but I like my pharmacist. He gets me my drugs.
You fucking lost it on him. But I like my pharmacist.
That's the problem. I do like the guy personally.
Guy,
Personally, I like him. It's a nice little shop, a nice small little shop. It's just a pain in the ass drive to get to it. It's what? It's right where I found that dead body. Remember at that time?
Oh, yeah, you have to go all the way down there.
I go to Queens Quay all the time, man.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, you may as well go to the Costco, for Christ's sake.
Well, Costco's in the parking lot at work. Oh. Costco's right at the parking lot at work where I work. So why don't I just
go down there?
Because I like to drive too, man. That's where I actually got into the accident with my car. So nothing good has come from that.
Yeah.
Go
downtown, pick up Nico from work.
No, I haven't had a chance to do that either. Go get your drugs. Actually, when I went to the doctor the other day for the first time in 2 years, I actually got to see Nico, which was good. I
went to the doctor for the first time since he had a heart attack, essentially.
No, well, since they closed everything down.
Oh.
That's why everything was closed down. I couldn't get in there, man. And now I go in there. It's fucking renovated. It's nice. My doctor looks fat now. I'm going, but he says to me, he goes, "Hey, you filled in." He goes, "You filled out." I go, "What do you mean I filled out?" Right? I said, "Well, you've been." I said to him, I was nice. I said, "You've been working out," but he looked swollen. I don't know, man, if he was putting weight on or what. He just looked older after 2 years, man. It looked rough.
Yes. Yeah, it's in healthcare, of course. They're all fucking aged terribly in the last 2 years.
Yeah, it did. It not saying that I aged any better, but I mean, he says, "Oh, you filled out. Let me check your weight." So I put on weight. I didn't notice. He goes, "Oh yeah, what have you been eating?" I said, "Nothing good. I've been eating McDonald's every day for the last 2 years."
He's like, "Good."
Well, you know what? He says, "Not that bad for you if you could eat it once in a while." He goes, "I eat it every day. My doctor eats it once a day."
Oh my fucking God.
He limits himself to a combo. Because he's doing other stuff. He's working out. He's doing other things. He knows how to eat it properly. He's not just eating that either, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Everything
sometimes
in moderation.
Like you said, sometimes as a physician like that, you don't have time. You just got to grab something quick.
Yeah, they're busy, man. Yeah.
Right? So, but it was good to see him and it was good to go down there. So that's why between him and my pharmacist down there, that's the only reason I keep going down there is because of those two.
Yeah.
I call my pharmacist and say I don't have any more drugs. He goes, "All right, give me a second." Calls my doctor on the phone. Says, "Hey doc, your boy needs drugs." My doc says, "Okay, give it to him." That's it. Done and done.
Bada bing, bada boom.
That's it. I don't have to even go to the farm. I don't even have to go get a prescription. Somehow they work it out. I don't understand the way these companies work these days.
JT's got the hookup, man.
Anybody need a holler if you hear me. Sorry. So yeah, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going over 2.5. We're getting to 2.5 hours already.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
unbelievable. Holy.
I got a fucking. I know we spent more than half a show talking about Batman stuff.
It's all good. No, man, I had a good rant in the beginning and in the end here, so it's all
That's
good.
good. That's good.
Right. So just remember, guys, I am saving.
JT's leaving the planet a better place for the children.
I'm saving your kids for you. Okay.
All right, I got a song.
Social media crap.
I got a song for you. Ready?
I'm ready when you are, Julie. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
This is
post show therapy.
Change up.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
No, that's fresh.
Will Smith and smack the shit out of it. Don't mention alopecia or I will beat you. Fuck it up at the Oscars. Give it y'all scars if you talk that blah, blah, blah. Talking shit about my wife. Gonna end up in a fight and I'll stab you with a knife. That's right. If you mention that Fresh Prince Queen, I'll put you in a cheat just so everyone can see that nobody fucks with me unless they fuck my wife. That's okay with me. You can steal my car, you can eat my food, you can kill my dog, you can crash my coupe, you can eat my cat, you can punch my face. But if you make a joke about G.I. Jane, I'll slap your face, 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 I'll slap your face. Greatest night in the history of television. Fuck it up at the Oscars, hit the bar, I'm star, I'll only leave in a cop car. Yell bitchin' cause I'm King Richie. Venus and Serena should have seen how I've been hitting. Wife Beckon, didn't like to mention I'ma show Academy that I'm a fucking legend. Hancock's back with his hand cocked back. If you are a man with a cock, hit my wife back.
Rushing on the stage like a man on a mission. Got the night looking like a Russian slide.